president of the Daytona International Speedway. It's great to have you here.
Christy, welcome back home. I think you just flew in from Michigan. You got to be excited. The 85th anniversary of Bike Week is here, and this is an awesome-looking crowd. So on behalf of the France family and everyone at Daytona International Speedway and AFT, welcome to Daytona Flat Track. We got Cody Kopp, Dallas Daniels, all the stars. They're ready to get this party started.
I mean, it's a bit of a weather change, I'm not going to lie to you, coming from Michigan back to Daytona, but it's always great to be here. The excitement, the energy, the vibe that we have here in Daytona for Bike Week, it's unmatched.
Yeah, no doubt. We've been having fun since last Friday night. We had Jeremy McGrath's Hole Shot Challenge. Saturday, we had the Daytona Supercross. Eli Tomac got his 8th win, just unbelievable. And just all throughout the community, Main Street, Destination Daytona, the place is just packed with motorcycle enthusiasts, and we love it. So we're going to keep that party going tonight, tomorrow, here on the flat track, and then on Saturday with the Daytona 200, which is going to be the highest paying purse of the Daytona 200 ever.
I mean, I've attended and worked many and all of these events, actually, and I'm really excited for tonight's event. Flat track, it's just one of the best, and we're so glad to see all the people that are in the crowd here today. And we've got another event tonight back here as well.
That's right, that's right. Again, thank you, race fans. Thank you for visiting Daytona Beach, Daytona Flat Track. We hope you enjoy your stay and hope to see you back here soon.
Guys, give it up for Frank Kelleher, president of Daytona International Speedway. Thank you so much.
Up next, coming to the podium to join Christy Lee is Adrian Sellers with Royal Enfield. We got a special parade about to happen. Christy, this is going to be a lot of fun.
It certainly is, Scotty. We're just getting things kicked off and the energy is building. Adrian Sellers from Royal Enfield. Very exciting weekend for all of you here with the Royal Enfield family as you celebrate your 125th anniversary.
Yeah, it's fantastic to be here. We've come for the last couple of years, and to be sponsor of the event as well on our 125th year, bringing the BTR women, bringing our pro team with Moto Anatomy X Royal Enfield. Means a lot to us, and means a lot to us that everybody's come down and watched the races.
Adrian, let's talk about your Bike Week experience so far. Have you had a chance to enjoy some of the festivities here in Daytona?
I'm 100% dedicated to the racing here. But no, I absolutely love the vibe. You see all sorts of bikes, and that's a great sort of character of Daytona. It's non-denominational, everybody's welcome. You got baggers, you got sport bikes, you got flat tracking. So it's awesome to be here every year.
All business, I love it. All right, well, let's talk a little bit about what we're seeing on the track right now. We have some demo fleet bikes. Tell us a little bit more about this.
Well, we've brought our whole range of bikes, so people can try them out. We've got cruisers, we've got adventure bikes, we've got nakeds, a little bit of everything for everybody. You come over to the Royal Enfield, stand over there just on the other side of the track, come check them out, take a ride. Weather's beautiful, it's like, why not?
And do we have a special exhibition, maybe with a familiar face and a new bike, the Classic 650?
We do. Whether he's chosen to ride the 650 or not, it's a little bit debatable. You know, our Johnny Lewis doesn't ride what he wants, but yeah, hopefully he's going to do a little something for us.
Okay, so keep a lookout for Johnny Lewis. Let's talk about the Royal Enfield team. New rider on the team this year, Evan Renshaw.
Yeah. Evan's awesome. He's young. He is hungry. And he's right there for Johnny to train him. The reason we work with Johnny year on year, he's an awesome development rider. He's ridden everything out there, and he can take all that knowledge, give it to Evan, and we'll see what the man can do tonight.
Okay, I love to hear that. Now, as a female rider myself, I've been riding for over 25 years. I love to hear and see more progression with the BTR program, the Build, Train, Race program. For those of you that don't know about this program, I'm going to let you tell the audience a little bit more about it, and then we'll chat about that.
Yeah, BTR, it's in its 7th year now. It stands for a Build, Train, Race. It's our effort to get women into riding, to get women into working on their bikes, and ultimately out there on the track. I mean, this is a necessary thing. You know, we're doing this because it needs to be done, and we're so excited. And there goes our man. Can't help it.
Stealing the show.
Right, you know. But really, this is about the women of BTR. There's sophomores coming back. There's new riders every year. And every 2 years, we all switch out so that we give new riders a chance to get out there. So yeah, seven years of it now, both in flat track and road race. And we couldn't be happier for everybody to be back here on track.
I love this. I love seeing that progression for women in motorsports. Now, excited for tonight's racing and tomorrow's racing. Big night for Royal Enfield. We're trying not to get blown away here, guys. Let's just step forward. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. Big night for racing tonight and tomorrow as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like I said, the weather looks amazing. We're hoping for some awesome racing. So welcome. Enjoy the racing, everybody. And we'll see you on the track.
Johnny Lewis, big thanks to you. Adrian Sellers, big thanks to you as well. And thanks again to Royal Enfield also.
For more information down there on the podium, we have Charlene Greer is here to talk more about Jeep Beach. All right, we're going to skip right over that one. We're actually going to bring up Tommy Duma, who was in the booth earlier today to talk about the championship rings. Tom Duma, Fine Jewelers, the official jeweler of Progressive American Flat Track. Christy, I know you get to hand out some hardware right now. This is the fun part.
You know, I don't feel like I've earned handing out the hardware. You guys have worked really hard to not only earn this hardware, but you also have worked hard, the right to earn, to give this out to them. I'm going to let you talk.
Oh, for sure. But these guys both helped with the designing of the ring. Both of them are 14 karat gold, over an ounce of gold, over 2 carats of diamonds of earth mined. Dallas has got black diamonds and white diamonds, and Tom's is blue diamonds with white diamonds. And each one's a little different, unique, and customized by them.
Absolutely beautiful. I love this. Are you guys ready for this moment, Dallas?
No, it's pretty amazing that Tommy Duma's been doing this, and he lets us give our little bit of touch on it. We get to design it. So big thanks to him. I mean, it's amazing to win a Grand National Championship, but to get to have a ring like this and design it like we want to. Big thanks to Tommy.
Give it up for your 2025 AFT Grand National Champion. Tom, your turn. What an honor.
Yeah, no, it's really great. It's really cool to be the first Australian to win singles championship as well, and a big thanks to Tommy for making such an awesome ring to take back to Australia.
Guys, give it up for your 2025 AFT Singles Champion.
Big thanks going out to Tommy Duma. Tom Duma, Fine Jewelers. If you need any kind of jewelry, watches, necklaces, pendants, rings, it doesn't matter. You can get a hold of Tommy, tdfj.com, the official jeweler, and he will walk you through that process. He's stealing those rings back from him, so Tommy's going to take those back home. So we also have another new award we're going to be presenting here tonight. It is a brand new Perpetual trophy, and we're going to unveil it here in just a moment. They're putting it onto the podium. We can kind of relate this to the Lombardi Trophy for football, but it's right now, it's down there. Christy Lee is with Kevin Crowther.
All right, here with Kevin Crowther from AMA Pro Racing, and we have a very special trophy under here. It's not the Stanley Cup. I think it's better.
It is definitely better than the Stanley Cup. This is something that the team has put together that we're really, really proud of. You know, when you talk about flat track in America, the heritage of flat track, all the way back to 1954. We've needed a trophy like this for a long time. We've needed our Stanley Cup. And this trophy, thanks to our friends at Jostens that put this together, it's beautiful, and I can't wait to unveil it.
Okay, do we want to do that? Do we want to bring Dallas back over here first? Dallas, any words? I'm looking for words here. Come on, this thing's amazing.
No, it's super amazing. This is a little bit surreal to me just to look at this and see all these names on here and see my name on there. It's something I've dreamed of as a kid. And huge thanks to AFT and the supporters for doing this. This is a rich history of American flat track, and I'm proud to have my name on there.
This is a tremendous honor. Congratulations. Guys, give it up for him.
Such a cool trophy. That is brand new, debuted right here, right now. They just took the curtain off of. We got to see it for the very first time. Up next, the official charity of Progressive American Flat Track is called Back on Track. And my good friend Ronnie Jones is going to come up there and talk more about Back on Track, the official charity. They got a raffle going on tonight for a brand new Orion helmet. And Ronnie Jones is with Christy Lee.
All right, Ronnie, Back on Track, an amazing charity organization here at American Flat Track. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Well, the charity is a charity put together by racers for racers, and most of the crowd here is familiar with it. It started out as the Rookies of '79, a group of us that came into the sport together. Tommy Duma was one of those guys, and I saw those rings that he just presented, and I told him I'm thinking about coming out of retirement and see if I can't get one of those rings. If I was a little bit younger, maybe I'd do that. But anyway, we started the charity about 17 years ago. We did it to help racers, and thanks to all these people up in the stands and the people around the country that have supported the charity, we've been able to, I think we're a little over $2 million, I think, in total payout to riders. I think we helped about 55 riders last year, and thanks to all of you. Taylor and Lauren are here tonight selling raffle tickets for a helmet. You people get your tickets, and we'll give away a helmet tonight. You can also go to back-on-track.com and register to win a helmet with no purchase. So please go on there, donate, support the charity. We do sweepstakes. We have motorcycles that we raffle off. And thanks again to all of you for being here in Daytona and beautiful weather, and I'm sure that we're going to have great racing.
All right, Ronnie, we all believe in you coming out of retirement, okay?
Thanks, Christy. I don't think you'll see that happening, but that ring is amazing. If anybody gets a chance, they need to grab Dallas and say, show me that ring. You stands up in the audience need to take a look.
We'll keep a lookout. Thank you for all that you do. Back on Track, an amazing organization. Scotty?
Absolutely. They raise money to help people that get hurt in our sport and also in Moto America road racing. Well, now it's time to meet the top three in the points from the AFT singles class from last year. That's the Kicker AFT singles class, and also the top three in our Mission Super Twins. They're going to be out there in the middle of the racetrack shooting some T-shirts. Are you guys ready to meet the top three? Let them hear ya. Third place last year in the AFT singles class with 2 wins. He's on the First Impressions Husqvarna this year. Make some noise for Chase Sadoff. There he is out there in the front row throwing some shirts into the crowd. Chase Sadoff be on the First Impressions Husqvarna number 88. Finishing second in the point standings last year, had 1 win on the season. Got a new ride this year doing it for KMA Racing on the Yamaha. Second in the points, number 21, Blackjack Trevor Bruner. And your champion last year with 8 wins on the season from Australia, doing it for Essence and Racing, Monster Energy, and Yamaha. This year he'll be on the number 1. Make some noise for the bomber, Tom Drain. And now we're going to switch classes up to our Mission Super Twins class. This man has never finished worse than 6th at this racetrack. He had 1 win last year, riding for Mission Foods and Roof Systems on the Harley Davidson, number 44, Brandon Robinson. Let him hear you. Make some noise. Second place in the point standings last year with 8 wins on the season. He rides for Rick Ware Racing, Jacob Construction, and Vance and Hines. The number 3 rider, Briar Bauman. And your 2025 champion, the Mission Super Twins, a 5-time Daytona Flat Track winner, riding for Essence Racing, Yamaha Racing, and Monster Energy. Number 1, Dallas Daniels. Let him hear ya. That was your top 3 in both our Kicker AFT singles class and our Mission Super Twins class. And now it's time to take care of the important stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Let's direct our attention to the Embry-Riddle Navy ROTC color guard to present tonight's colors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, back to the center of the podium. If you can, please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Here to give our invocation from Moto Racing Outreach, my good friend, Raymond Rizzo.
Thank you, Scotty. Let's pray. Our loving Heavenly Father, we're so grateful for this beautiful day to gather together to witness these amazingly talented riders racing tonight. We thank you for all the things that you're doing for each and every one of us. We think of those that are serving around the world on our behalf for the freedoms that we enjoy, even right here. We're thankful for all of our veterans in our midst. We pray a blessing on those. All of our riders, we ask tonight that you'll keep safe from harm. We're thankful for all those that are working hard behind the scenes here at Daytona International Speedway. Not only those, but again, their security, our corner workers, all of our safety and fire folks. We just pray blessings on them. Thank you again. For those that are watching FloRacing, I pray they enjoy it and have a wonderful night in Jesus' name. And everyone said, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Raymond. Please remain standing for our national anthem. Please welcome Mackenzie Jean-Baptiste.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose but stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you very much. That is it for opening ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing here at round number 1 of Progressive American Flat Track. I'm Scotty Dubler in the booth, and joining me is your 2017 AFT Singles Champion. They used to call him the Flying Tomato. Now we call him my partner, Kobe Carlisle. You ready?
Scotty, I am so excited to be here. The allergies have absolutely killed me, but it's Daytona. Let's do this.
Let's go racing. That's right. So we got a lot of storylines to talk about up first. The very first storyline is who is on the pole for our kicker AFT singles class. It's the 66 of Logan Eisenhart.
But how about that, Scotty? 3 triple digits on the front row.
Which means rookies, basically. So sitting beside him is Jack Brooks from Neenah, Wisconsin. He's on the First Impressions Husky. The 277, Aiden Savage from Michigan. And the 227, that is James R. Nyes from California. So like you said, 3 rookies on the front row.
It's their first AFT race they have ever done, and they're lining up on the front row here for heat number 1.
Are you nervous if you're lining up for your first heat race on the front row?
It's Daytona. I'm nervous. I'm lining up anywhere.
Are you nervous right now?
A little bit.
Let's get it on. It's time to go racing. That's the Tomato. We're both look really red in here. We've been having some fun out here in the sun. There was racing yesterday, the Corey Texter Series. We'll talk more about that as we get into the bonus class we have here today. But it's going to be a great night of racing, and we're going to do it again tomorrow night. A little bit different format.
So many new storylines coming into this year. Who is going to be the man? Is anyone going to be able to try to dethrone those Estons and Yamahas?
Well, and they're both really good here at Daytona, especially. I mean, Cody Kopp is really good in the singles, but he's moved into the Super Twins class. So Tom Drain and Justin Jones are the only 2 active riders in the singles class that have won here at the World Center of Racing.
And Justin Jones told me he has not touched a clicker today. He unloaded his bike, just changed the gearing, and he's feeling good.
And he's got himself a new ride, so he's trying to prove why he's got that ride. There's a look at the riders in staging right now. Man, it's about to go down. Right here is the kicker AFT singles class. They have yellow backgrounds with the black numerals for you new fans that are out there. 66 Logan Eisenhart, 113 Jack Brooks, 277 is Savage, 227 James R. are nice. 156, the Canadian, that's Jordan Bolek. Then you got the Cunninghams, the 252s, the older brother on one of the 252s, the champ on the one bike sitting in that second row. The 238 is Adam James from England. The 190 is Brady Lang from Wisconsin. Jack Bell's on the 139. He's also from England. Johnny Boy, KTM Johnny, 122. Back there on that second row. McLean Drucker on that third row as well. I'm sorry. 89 is Trevor Martin. 210, Jackson Sangles from Kansas. Ryder Reese barely squeaking in on the 41. And Jacob Vandekoy also barely making it. One of the riders that did not make it in this class is Walker Porter.
A lot of different storylines coming out of qualifying today. They didn't end up reverting the order. So deeper in the field, the track got a little bit more rubber down. So some of those riders were able to take advantage of it, Scotty.
Bikes are rolling onto the racetrack right now. Looks like they are going to give them a siding lap. We'll take the top, let's see, the top 6 going directly to the main event. Out of the heat races, out of that last chance qualifier, we only have room for the top 4. 16 riders will make it to the main event. Possibly somebody who uses a provisional, so we might have 17 riders in each of our premier class main events. So one lap to check it out. It is time to go to work here in the 2026 season. They're chasing, they're giving one more lap to get it all situated. They did put a lot of track maintenance during our 2-hour break. I hope all the fans had a great time in the the pit walk, the pit party, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, there was so much time to be able to go down, talk to some of these new riders, one of these guys that are potentially on this front row. I just can't understate the nerves that they're probably going through right now, lining up front row in Daytona. Just nobody knows what's going to happen going into this first corner.
And Logan Eisnard, he's not a rookie. He was actually with us last year in some of the Mission Super Twins races, but he has come back to our kicker AFT singles class, and these rookies are looking around. That's what you don't want to do. Don't look over and see all that full crowd. You focus on that light. You focus on that 10-second board that's about to go up, and it's about time to go racing. So they slid Jordan Bolak back a little bit. It's a little bit different. So here, this is also different. The Christmas tree, the light system is totally different than any of these new riders have ever seen. So pay attention to the lights. Do not go until that thing turns green. Here we go. He's showing them how many laps. That's Big P, our flagman. It's 8 laps. It's time for our first race in one of the AFT classes. It's kicker, AFT singles. The 10-second board is up. She'll turn it sideways. She will walk off the racetrack. And we are going racing. Oh, Jack Brooks is fogging up. He reaches up, and that's the rookie nerves right there. Here we go. Watch the Christmas tree. Long light. The light finally goes green. It's Logan Eisnard grabbing the whole shot. Jack Brooks is there. Here comes Dominic Bolak up to 3rd.
Yeah, Dominic Bolak is a really good cushion rider from up in Canada, so I expect him to be moving forward as the track's going to start to dig up a little bit here. But already almost up into 2nd place.
If the track grooves up, that might be a detrimental to him. But you can see Tom Drain is already up there about the 5th spot. It is Eisenhart leading lap number 1 as they go across the start-finish line.
Yeah, and Bolak's been able to take over 2nd. Now, Eisenhart's been having a really good stretch from the offseason, was able to get some good finishes throughout the wintertime, taking that momentum in here.
You got to get up there to those top 6 spots, going 6 of them going to the main event. There's a battle. There's a look. Don't look back. These rookies up there looking backwards a little bit as Drain has already put the number 1 up to 3rd place in a hurry.
Yeah, Bolak's got a lot of knowledge from his dad, Dominic, who's an amazing cushion rider as well. But Tom Drain doing what champions do, starting to march his way forward.
Just didn't have a good qualifying effort. Jack Brooks gets by the 277. One rider gets out of harm's way over here in turn number 4. We keep on going. Watch out, the 277 is Savage. Bounces off the front straightaway wall. We're going to see a lot of that tonight.
And Savage, a really good cushion rider, especially short track here out of Michigan.
It looked like something was out there in the middle of the racetrack. No harm, no foul. We keep on trucking. A little backfiring coming out of that number 1 tailpipe. He's closing in on the leaders. Bolak running 2nd. Here comes the bomber, Tom Drain. There goes that fire I was just talking about. Just out of the tailpipe, no big deal.
Now, short tailpipe on those Yamahas coming right out of the back of the exhaust. But Jordan Bolak doing a phenomenal job right now, being a young rookie out here, not letting the number 1 of Tom Drain put any pressure on him more than what he is.
The other one that's doing a fantastic job is 6'6". And just as you say that, Bolak goes wide going into 3. Tom Drain goes up the inside. Now he'll set his sights on Logan Eisnard. Logie Bear out in front on the 66 bike. Drain's up to 2nd. Bolak in 3rd. We got room for 6 of them going to the main event. Here they come off of 4.
And I liked what Bolak did. Immediately was able to try to squirt back under Tom Drain. He is not affected by the status of Tom being the champion.
Look how low Eisnard comes off in turn number 2. Tom Drain's going up high. Tom from Australia likes the different racetracks, likes the thick stuff. Almost hits the back tire of Eisnard, loses a spot right there. The white flag is out. It is Logan Eisnard. Bolak trying to get back up to 2nd.
And this is going to be the battle for the final spot on the front row between Bolak and Tom Drain here.
Drain in second now. Bolak back there in the third spot, the 156. Last lap, last corner. Drain's trying to win the whole thing. Here they come off the final corner. The 66 going to hang on to the win. That is Logan Eisenhard. Drain in second, and the rest of the gang coming across. We're just getting warmed up. Drain ends up in that second spot. Third, look like the 156 hangs onto it, so he'll have a 2-digit number next year. He's already made his first main event, his first race out.
I'm not surprised at all.
113 also making his way in. Lost track after that. We got the top 4 written down, so we'll be letting you know who else made it as soon as we find out. But again, it's the 66 Logan Eisenhard taking the win. Second was Drain. Third was the 156 of Jordan Bolak from Canada. All right, time to hear from our winner, this young man on the 66, Logan Eisenhard.
All right, thanks, Scotty. Here with Logan Eisenhard taking the whole shot in that Heat 1 race. Great way to start the night off.
Yeah, no, real good. I feel great. My Penske suspension on this bike is working so good. I just got to clean up some of my mistakes. I'm making a lot of mistakes out there, and couldn't see. I was breathing too hard, but no, we're good. I'm just going to get my head together, get ready for the main.
Strong way to start going into night 1 here at Daytona. Congrats.
He sounds very focused right now, Colby.
Yeah, he sounds good, and he's acting like he's been there before, which is a great thing to have.
So look at the replay. This is Logan Eisenhard trying to hold off Tom Drain on that last lap. Drain caught him after he got around Bolak. It took him a little while to get by, and he comes up there on the inside, maybe touches his back tire right there and does a great job of recovering, and that led Jordan Bolak. That was actually with about 2 laps to go, but don't count Drain out. Up next, it's time for heat race number 2 of your kicker AFT singles class. On the pole, the 91, Justin Jones, who has won here before. 88, Chase Sadoff. 82, Travis Pettin. He's on the new ride, the Waters Auto Body team. 21, Trevor Bruner, also on a new ride. 278, that's Matty B. Land. 225 is Cunningham. 28, Cage Tadman. 83, Braden Fanders, another new ride for Fanders. And then you have the 87, Landon Smith from Florida. 75, Terrence Santero. 404 is James. 31, Evan Kelleher. 93 is Kayla Martin. The 56, Jordan Jean. The 40, Olin Kistler. And the 63, the making the cut. Some of these riders, about 6 riders, didn't make the cut to even race here tonight. They got to try it again tomorrow night. So Jared Lowe on the last spot here. Again, the top 6 moving on to the main event. The rest of them go to that last chance qualifier. Jones is always strong here. He usually gets a good hole shot, and he's got to hold tough down there on the inside. Jones won here way back in 2015, so 11 years ago, Justin Jones won in this class. Jones on the inside, the 91. There's the look at the second row, Landon Smith. I see a lot of shieldsmen fogging up a little bit, Colby. How do you keep that from happening?
It's really tough. You just have to have it cracked a little bit. But this being a cushioned racetrack, you're going to have dust and particles going in before you even get to the corner.
10-second board steps off. It's time to go racing kicker. AFT singles heat race number 2. Top 6 to the main event. Jones, Sadoff, Pettin, Bruner. Bruner on the outside. Light turns green. Clutches are out. Sadoff grabbing the whole shot. Jones is right there. Here comes Bruner to the high side. Run rider down. 2 riders down. We race until we see a red or checker. We're still going. It's Sadoff in the lead. They're still racing. We'll see if the red flag comes out. No, it's still Sadoff. Jones. Now Bruner's up there in the 3rd spot. We're still green flag racing. Tough break for those 2 riders that went down. They'll try to play catch up. Sadoff, Justin Jones, Bruner, your top 3. Looks like Santero's put the 75 up to 3rd. No, it's Pettin in 3rd. Santero getting back there in that 4th position.
This is the first time that Jones has seen riders of this speed. He was in a deeper qualifying group, so now that he's got Sadoff in front of him, he's going to be able to pick up a few things, but he's got the 21 of Trevor Bruner not far off the back.
Bruner switching back to a Honda that he is more familiar with. It's a different team for him, and there's a look back at Travis Pettin. He missed most of last year, still kept his national number, but he's on the Waters Auto Body, but they're all chasing the bright yellow, we'll call it highlighter yellow wheels from the 88 of Chase Sadoff.
Andrew's done a really good job in First Impressions team making that bike stand out so much. But Justin Jones, I was talking to before this, he hasn't made any changes to the suspension. Could that be hurting him right now? Because we did so much work in that 2-hour break.
Yeah, the track is totally different. There's not a lot of rubber down yet. It's starting to take a little bit. But the 88 of Sadoff on the First Impressions bike looks just like the 113 who also made the main event out of heat race number 1. So both the First Impressions bike trying to go straight to the main event.
Yeah, and it looks like Sadoff and Jones have both settled in a little bit. Jones has been not allowing Trevor Bruner to catch up to the backside. Those top three are pretty solidified right now.
Justin Jones' new ride, it's Fairway Ford at Chevy GMC on the sponsor list for the 91 bike. He's right there in second. Bruner on the 21 is in third. They're all chasing the first impressions. Husqvarna out in front. Sadoff rode Husqvarna's all through his amateur career. It's got to feel like getting back to home when he goes out here today.
And I feel like this new team with the first impressions group is a little bit less pressure for him, and I think that's going to satisfy Chase a lot. But the thing is right now, the track's not giving these guys much room to be able to make up time, which is why Bruner, I don't think, is able to charge up to the backside. His Sadoff's got about half a lap to go in this one.
The deep stuff is just too far around, do you think? As the white flag is out, do you think the deep stuff's just too far? Everybody's sticking to the bottom?
Yeah, I think so right now. It's just not enough cushion.
Sadoff looking so strong today out here in the singles class. He'll win heat race number 1. Jones is second. The 21 is third. It looks like Tadman in fourth, maybe Santero. And I believe Jared Lowe gets the final transfer spot, if I'm not mistaken. Again, we don't have timing scoring right here, so we're doing what we can from what we see on the racetrack. It is the 88 of Sadoff. We know he's the winner. Justin Jones is second. Bruner third. I believe it was Tadman sneaking by on the 28. And Jared's pretty pumped up because he comes from the very last spot, starting back there at the tail of the field and gets all the way up to the final transfer position. Christie is with our winner, the 88 of Chase Sadoff.
All right, thanks, Scotty. Here with the number 88 of Chase Sadoff. Big changes from the track earlier in the day to now. What did it feel like out there?
The track is amazing right now. Yeah, man, it's such an awesome feeling going into those corners just wide open and just picking it right back up. It's the Daytona I like to ride. I can't thank the team enough. Andrew Butler's been working his tail off, same with Mark Muth. You know, can't thank Eric Coit with First Impressions enough for everything this year. And I'm really excited to get this year rolling, man. I've been wanting to get on a Husky for a while, and I'm finally on it. So let's see how it goes.
Your Heat 2 winner, number 88, Chase Sadoff.
Good job by Chase. Up next, we have the Royal Enfield Build Train Race. Heat race. There's one heat race. They all go from the heat race to the main event. The 5 is Emma Gott. She'll be starting on the pole. The 13 is Julia Hess. The 113 is Maticela Rodriguez. We have the 39. That is going to be, I believe, Hannah Brewer. 555 is Gio Vanina. She goes by Nina Shipman. The 23, Kristen Rodriguez. The 19 is Sammy Weiss. The 72, let's see who we got on the 72 entry. Lozano is the last name. I believe she's Brooke Lozano. I believe that's what it is. And the 58, Mallory McGill. And the 17 is Morgan Reinhold. Those are the riders in our Build Train Race Heat Race. They will all go directly to the main event. Emma Gotch took the win here on the first night last year when the track was a little bit rough. She's from South Dakota, and she put on one heck of a ride last year.
I was just going to mention that, Scotty. The track is definitely in better shape than what these women had to deal with last year. It was a lot rougher for them, so this is going to be a lot more interesting.
It sure is. Line them up. Here they come. It's the Royal Enfield Build Train Race program out here at the Royal Enfield Daytona Flat Track. Getting set to go. They all go to their starting spots. Big P points them where they go. They got their qualifying spots for how they qualified earlier this afternoon. We started qualifying at 3 o'clock. That's when the gates will open tomorrow. If you want to come out and watch qualifying, you are more than welcome to buy a ticket and come out and see us again tomorrow night. These are INT 650s. They've made these bikes look however they want to. Some of them, tune them up a little different colors, different colored wheels, helmets, leathers. It's all up to their riders, whatever they want to do. Royal Enfield Build Train Race program. It's a 2-year program, so 5 of these ladies are new. 5 of them were here last year. And here we go with their qualifying heat race. We'll watch the green light. The RPMs will come up. Gotch on the pole. The 13 is Hess Rodriguez, and the 39 of Brewer. That's your front row. Light turns green. Looked like the 5 maybe missed it right there, didn't time it right. So the 13 of Julia Hess will lead him into the first corner. They're side by side for second place. One rider trying the high line. That's the 113. She had a good showing here last year as well. It's Maticela Rodriguez. Here comes the 39 up to that third spot. That is Brewer, Hannah Brewer on the move. Get them sorted out. It's the 13 of Julia Hess, and she's twisting the throttle on that Royal Enfield. She's stretching out that lead a little bit. This is a qualifying heat race. On our sheet of paper up here, it says 6 laps. They all go to the main event. These bikes are hard to handle out there, Colby, for some of these ladies.
Yeah, they absolutely can be hard to handle, but like I was mentioning, the track is in such better shape this year, so they're able to kind of even chase that cushion. We talked about it a little bit in the last heat as well. It does look like you can start to chase it up the racetrack a little bit.
13 in the lead. There's the 5 of Emma Gott. She looks like she's closing the gap a little bit on the 5 motorcycle. Again, she won here last year. The 13, not looking back. She's right on the hooked on the very bottom of the racetrack on her Royal Enfield. Some of them a little harder on the rev limiter than others, and that's just personal choice, right? You decide what gearing you want to run. I mean, just whatever you want to do, right?
And especially here at Daytona, you'll hear all of these motorcycles hitting the limiter before even half straightaway. Very unique to just here in Daytona.
The 13 leads off of turn number 4. Still out in front. The 13 is Julia Hess. Hess in the lead. Second is Emma Gott, and she is closing in on the leader. The 5 is in hot pursuit. It's a little bump right there. She looked like she maybe missed the shift or just didn't get off the line very well, but she's tracked down the leader. 13, Hess. Here comes Emma Gott looking up the inside.
Really impressive, too, out of Julia Hess, because this is her first year in the program, where Emma Gott, we saw her racing all year.
White flag is out. The leader slips a little wide, takes Emma Gott with her. They'll be side by side down the back straight. A shut-off contest going into 3. The 13 goes in a little bit deeper. Emma Gott kind of hung out to dry on the outside. She'll square up the corner, off the inside. High-low move. Emma Gott will win on the last lap. Good ride by Emma. The 13 is second. Maticela Rodriguez is the 113. She is third. Here comes the 23 in fourth. And the 39 in fifth. That was the Royal Enfield Build, Train, Race program. And that was a great heat race by Emma. She just never gave up.
How textbook was that pass?
Perfect. I could have done it better myself.
And it was pretty aggressive, too, because she didn't let off at all. Julia Hess really didn't give her any room, but Emma Gott had the comfortability to be able to run that whole man.
Outside to inside, she made it happen. And, man, what a ride. Here's a look at the pass right. She went in high, squared off the corner, and the 13 goes in wide, and she comes right up the inside and takes that pass. What a perfect pass by the number 5 of Emma Gott, the South Dakota rider. I believe she's standing by with Christy Lee.
All right, thanks, Scotty. Taking a win here last year and now winning your heat race. Emma, it's got to feel good tonight in Daytona.
I couldn't hear you.
Just congratulations on your heat win.
Oh, thank you.
Anything going into the main event?
I just got a bad start, and I just kept going for it, and I can't wait to go out for the main event.
All right, Emma, congratulations. She won here last year. Very promising going into tonight's event. Scotty?
What a nice pass it was. Never give up. Keep on racing all the way to the checkered flag, and that's what Emma did. Again, she said she got a bad start. It almost looked like she was in the wrong gear, but now we're rolling onto the racetrack. The Mission AFT Super Twins are heading out there right now, and we got a rookie in this class will be on the pole. It's the 12 Cody Kopp. He's on the Harley Davidson. They're going to give him at least one lap to check it out. Starting second, a new number for this rider, the 95 Evan Renshaw on the Royal Enfield. 49 Chad Coase. He's back in this class. He hasn't been out there for a while. The 6'9 Sammy Halbert. Never count him out at Daytona. Row 2, 79 Dalton Gautier on the Aprilia. 67 Davis Fisher. 24 Hunter Bauer. The 14 Logan McGrain. Row 3, Henry Wiles, 57 Ian Wolf on a Honda, 92 Brandon Price, his teammate, number 70 Declan Bender, and at the back of the pack, number 11, that's Daniel Poole. First race of the season, rookie in this class, but he has won out here for the last 5 times on a single. Cody Kopp knows his way around the racetrack, and he's ready to go with his old number 12 on the number plate.
It's hard to even call Cody a rookie.
It is. It's very hard for me to say that because he's been racing for a long time. He went road racing last year. He won both AFT singles main events right here last year and has got himself a ride with George Latus on the Harley Davidson. David Zanotti, Michelle DeSalvo are turning the wrenches for him, and we'll see what he can do. Scoot Chad Coase back a little bit on that 49. 95, Renshaw was number 65, switched numbers up this year on that Moto Anatomy X Royal Enfield. Big P's telling them 8 laps, just like the AFT singles, folks. We'll take the top 6 to the main event. The rest come back in that last chance qualifier. Top 2 will make their way into the Mission Challenge race. Time for our Mission Super Twins first race of the year. Heat race number 1. Uh-oh, watch out. Bender runs right into the back of McGrain. Some bikes started rolling, some didn't go at all, and Bender hits the back end of McGrain. Looks like McGrain's all right. Here's a look at the replay. I didn't see the, it's hard to see. We can't see the lights from here. So the 49 rolls forward. Declan just can't get stopped and runs into the back of McGrain. McGrain somehow stays on his feet.
Yeah, no front brakes on these motorcycles, so you're not able to stop it.
Well, especially when you get hit and the right foot comes off the ground. They'll get everybody sorted out. Oh, they put McGrain on the back row.
He must have jumped a little bit.
Looks like his fork tube's messed up on the 14. Just the fork tube protector.
Yeah, they got Davis Fisher too, and a bummer for Chad Coase being on that front row all the way back now to the penalty line.
So circle Declan Bender back around. Logan McGrain looking down, trying to see if everything's good on his bike. The 70's going to circle around. He'll go back to the back row also. Wow, that made their work and their day a lot harder. Good news for Cody Kopp, Evan Renshaw, Sammy Halbert still in the front row. Hunter Bowers on that second row with the 79 Dalton Gauthier, the 57 Ian Wolf. Henry Wiles back there on that third row. Heat race number 1, Mission AFT Super Twins. There goes the 49 again.
I wonder if he's having a clutch issue. It doesn't really seem like it. I think he truly just jumped there. Man, what an uncharacteristic move out of Chad.
It's hard. That thing just starts rolling. Maybe he's trying to get into neutral right now, trying to keep the heat out of the clutch. Looks like they put him way back there. We'll call that row 5. Like being in detention.
Bikes are going to start getting hot here, Scotty.
So are the lenses are fogging up too. I've seen all of them popping their lenses open. So they're resetting the light. We'll try it one more time. Mission AFT Super Twins Heat Race number 1. Top 6 to the main. Light is green and we're off. Renshaw grabbing the whole shot on the Royal Enfield. There goes Kopp up the inside.
Yeah, Renshaw just makes a little bit of a mistake, starts to lose the rear end. Cody Kopp, the passion he's got, able to take up the inside.
It almost looked like he may have missed a gear, but I don't know. It was just hard move right there. Now we got to see if Chad Coase and the rest of the gang can make their way through traffic. It's the rookie Cody Kopp out in front. Sammy Halbert on the 69 Yamaha's in second.
Cody Kopp trying to get away from Sammy Halbert, one of the more aggressive riders we've ever seen here and won so many times here at Daytona Short Track. Sammy knows how to get it done, but Cody Kopp has been so confident all day long.
And he's riding just as strong as he was on a 450. Cody Kopp looks really good on the number 12, Harley Davidson out front. Sammy Halbert right in second. They were going back and forth in one of the practice sessions or qualifying sessions earlier today, so they're a little bit spread out right now.
Yeah, and you can tell how hard Cody's riding. He caught his foot a little bit there in 1 and 2. Didn't allow it to upset the chassis too much. But, man, he is looking so sweet. And he's got David Michelle behind him as Briar Bauman's old crew. Multi-time champion tuners right there.
Kopp down the back straightaway. He's hard on the rev limb right off the corner. I see, looks like second still Sammy Halbert. I thought I caught a glimpse of a flashing light, but it might have been in the parking lot. I thought we were having a caution, but we're still going.
Yeah, we got some. It's Declan Bender ends up getting lapped there. He must have had a little bit of an incident. But Cody Kopp pulling away from Sammy Halbert. Sammy and the rest of the crew have nothing for it right now.
Top 2 going to the Mission. Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge. Also be on the front row of tonight's main event. Right now it's Cody Kopp, the rookie. Nobody has ever won in their maiden debut in this class.
You cannot even tell the difference between Cody being on the 415 and the Twins, Scotty. He looks so good right now.
There goes Davis Fisher, the first one to try the high line. I don't know if he was on purpose or not. He squares up the corner, comes up the inside. He passes Gauthier. He'll set his sights on Renshaw. Fisher's on the move to the front.
Yeah, Fisher running around there back in 5th place, just behind Renshaw.
There's Wiles on the 911. Renshaw, the 95. Fisher right at the edge of the line right now, trying a little bit deeper stuff. Maybe that's where that KTM likes to run.
Wiles, one of those riders you don't think about because he doesn't do a full series with us, but last year able to pick up a 3rd place here at Daytona. Loves it when it's able to get rough, as we've got 1 lap to go for Cody Kopp.
Back out front, Cody Kopp putting on a clinic right now. I can't even tell he's a rookie in this class. He is way out in front. He means business, folks. Hot rod. Cody Kopp will lead him off the final corner on the Harley Davidson. There he is, Cody Kopp taking the win just like he was on a single by a full straightaway over number 69, Sammy Halbert. 911, 95, 67, and the 79 gets that final transfer spot. Price pulls off early, and here comes Wolf and the rest of the gang.
That cannot be a settling feeling for the rest of the Super Twins class.
Not at all. I can't even imagine. This kid hasn't been in this class before, and he wins his first heat race. Again, he raced here last year in the singles class, won both nights, then went road racing.
5 out of the last 6 here for Cody Kopp has been on top step of the podium.
Used to be it was a crapshoot, not anymore. Cody Kopp has this place figured out. Cody Kopp taking the win. He's down there with our very own Christy Lee.
All right, thanks, guys. Bit of an interesting start. Cody Kopp, what a strong way to start out the season. Congrats on that Heat 1 win.
Yeah, thank you. I think we need a new clutch after all those restarts. We didn't even get off the line, and I think my clutch was smoked, but no, we're riding good. I mean, we came to play. We're not just a singles class winner. We're gonna come to show we're gonna win some Twins races.
Guys, it sounds like the gauntlet is being thrown down there. Congratulations to our Heat 1 winner in the Twins class.
Cody Kopp did it for Latest Motors Racing, Harley Davidson, BMC Racing, and Service Pro. It looks like on that sponsor list, what a ride by that rookie. Up next, we have the second heat race in Mission Super Twins. On the poles, the 48, that's Trent Lowe. He's on the Honda Hornet. Got a new platform. Basically, it's the same thing as the Transalp he was running, but it's called a Hornet this year. Also, starting second, the #1 rider in the country from last year, it's Dallas Daniels. Starting third on the Harley Davidson, number 26, Aiden Roos Evans. And last bike on the front row is Briar Bauman on the Rick Ware Racing entry on the 3 bike. Row 2, 44, Brandon Robinson, 25, Ben Lau, 62, Dan Brownlee on the Suzuki, and the 27 of Wyatt Vaughn. Row 3, Morgan Mishar on the second Aprilia, 34, Cam Smith, the 47, Michael Hill on the Kawasaki, and the 29 is Billy the Kid, Billy Ross. Second heat race is on the track, and they're rolling out there right now, just like the last one. Top 2 to the Mission Challenge, top 6 to the main event. The rest come back in that last chance qualifier. One lap to check out the racetrack. This is our last qualifying heat race of the night. Mission Super Twins, we got our first main event going to be coming up next. We're already at main event time? That's fast.
It is rolling by so fast, but Trent Lowe, another one of those guys that's one of the up-and-comers here. You know, you kind of got a class of this crew in the Super Twins that are moving out. They're starting to age out. Trent Lowe, Cody Kopp, that is the new faces of Super Twins class.
On the inside, again, that's a Honda Hornet. It's basically a naked motorcycle, and that's what he's riding this year. And there's the one of Dallas Daniels, the 26, Aiden Roos Evans. Last bike on the front row is the 2-time champ, the 3 bike. That's Briar Bauman, who finished second in the point standings last year. Row 2. I guess we call him Mr. Daytona Flat Track because he's never finished worse than 6th here. Brandon Robinson, I love his new kit. Those leathers are red on top, black on the bottom with the Mission colors on his chest. 8-lap heat race number 2, Mission AFT Super Twins on the line. The 10-second board goes up. Briar way out there close to the groove. That might be a good starting point. The board goes down. It's time to go racing. The visors are clicked in. Heat race number 2, Mission AFT Super Twins. Long light once again. It finally goes green. Trent Lowe, but it's going to be Dallas Daniels. No, Lowe back on the inside. Lowe, Daniels. Briar's trying to slide into third. He's got company up the inside. It's Roos Evans in third.
Yeah, Trent Lowe showing the aggression, bringing in what he ended the year with last year. Moves Dallas Daniels just a little bit, takes the whole shot, leads us around for the first lap. Briar Bauman into third right now. We've got 3 different brands in the top 3.
Heat race number 2, again, the top 6 moving on. Trent Lowe slips a little bit wide. Dallas Daniels didn't have anything for him. Briar's moved up to third.
Trent working the front end there. A little bit of bump starting to develop going into 3, but Trent's bike's looking really settled underneath him right now. Dallas Daniels staying in tow, but Brandon Robinson coming up to the point right on the back of these top 3.
Working the front end a little bit, trying to scrub some speed. Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, trying to scrub some speed, but also just keep the chassis underneath you. But Trent's bike, look how good it is through that corner. Just barely stepping out, but driving him forward. But like I mentioned, Brandon Robinson, we knew he was going to be there.
He's coming. He's on the back tire of the 3 bike of Bauman. It's the 48 in the lead. Trent Lowe. Here comes Robinson. Oh, Robinson has a problem. He was just about to pass the 3 bike, and he pulls off. So Robinson going to that last chance qualifier. That's not where you want to be. It's Lowe, Daniels, Briar Bauman, your top 3.
I would immediately think that Robinson would have lost a clutch, but he wouldn't have pulled off that fast from clutch, I don't think. But Briar Bauman just falling off the back of Dallas Daniels a little bit here. Trent Lowe is fully composed, but Briar Bauman, he is with a new team this year with new mechanics.
Brian Bigelow's the crew chief on the number 3 motorcycle. Still Rick Ware Racing supporting the team. There is your leader, 48 Trent Lowe, but here comes the one, Dallas Daniels, who has won here for the last 5 as well, but in the Super Twins class, he's on the prowl. Catching him is one thing, passing him is another thing.
Yeah, Trent's doing a really good job. It does allow for a lot more mistakes, but look at this square up. Trent came in just a little bit shallow, came off just a little wide. I thought Dallas was going to be able to get him there, but that Honda's getting really good grip coming off the corner. Right here is Dallas going to be able to get the drive down the front straightaway.
He's trying as the white flag is out last lap. Trent Lowe running a little bit different line than Dallas. That's what we want to see. We don't want him following. Dallas trying to square up and go up the inside like Emma Gotch did in the build train race, but didn't make it happen. The 48, Trent Lowe's going to lead him in the final corner. He slips wide. Here comes the one of Dallas Daniels. It's going to be the 48 taking the win. Dallas Daniels is second. Breyer's in third. And they were out front by a whole straightaway. Here comes fourth. Cam Smith, the 34, gets up to fourth. Bromley is fifth on the 62, and one rider goes down. It's the 26 of Bruce Evans. He was up there for quite a while. Sixth in that one, the final transfer is Ben Lau, which is Davis Fisher's teammate. But how about Trent Lowe? After he got that win at Springfield, he's got some confidence, and he is riding really well. So the 62 stops and turns around. Looks like he must have saw something on the racetrack, and he's going to go pick it up. Might be a souvenir for him. What a ride by the 48 on the Honda. Trent Lowe is with Christy Lee.
Number 48 of Trent Lowe with our Heat 2 win. Congratulations on that. Big changes from the track earlier today. It showed that you made some improvements as well out there.
Yeah, definitely. The track changed huge, and it's going to be tough to adjust to it. I mean, everyone had to ride the same track, and no one was kind of prepared for that, but we're going to go back to the truck and make a couple changes and get ready for the main event. I mean, I think we're going to be up front tonight, but yeah, we got a little bit of work to do still.
Congrats again, Heat 2 winner, number 48, Trent Lowe.
Colby, I actually like that they have work to do. That means they think they have room to improve, maybe get even a little bit better.
Yeah, I think so too, and they can go back and watch this back a little bit, but Dallas Daniels was able to watch Trent the whole time.
Here's a look at the replay. This, the 44 had the 3 bike squared off the corner and looked like it just lost power right there. You can see the front end got heavy on the front fork, so it just shut off apparently. And this is the battle for the lead in the last lap. The one bike threw it in there hot and heavy, just tried to square off the corner, and Trent did a good job right there really working the front end and really got the good drive off that turn number 4 to lead him to the checkered flag. But this one's not over yet. That was just a heat race. They'll be racing together again, the Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge race. So up next, we have our first main event of the night. It's your AFT Road to AFT amateur class, and these 12 riders raced their way in yesterday, and they also ran their qualifying heat race earlier today. So these are the 12 finishers from yesterday's main event in our Road to AFT class, which is something brand new. This has been in the works for about 10 years, so they finally got it put together, and these 12 riders raced at Corey Texter's race yesterday. The track was really blue grooved, so you had to hold the line on the bottom of the racetrack. And the 23, Jed Fife, won the heat race earlier. He's from Australia. So is the 7 of Sam Drain, who also is from Australia. That's Tom Drain's little brother. Braxton Reagan is on the 84. He's on the front row. And Ryder Bitse, who won yesterday at Corey's race, he's the last bike on the front row, number 14. Row 2, 17, that is Jet Katarzi. The 99, Brody Hansen, the Flying Flea. The 55 is Page. That is Jake Page. The 23X is Mateo Racine from Quebec, Canada. He's actually got a Flying Tomato sticker on his helmet, so he might be the next generation of Flying Tomatoes. He's from Canada. He's out there, row number 2. And row number 3, the 58 of Dylan Durrell. The 11W is Wyland Seeger, a new rider from East from Maryland. The 11 is Jackson Settle from Effingham, Illinois. And the 313, that's the train Bain Nant. So these riders getting to race at a national in front of this great big crowd and under the lights here at Daytona. So what a cool experience for these 12 riders.
A really cool experience, and then they're able to start building the knowledge that they're going to need when they're able to go. When you said it's 14 to 21, you can turn professional, start racing in the AFT singles class at 16. So some of these riders, they could potentially turn 16 this year and immediately move up. We might see them racing, and just like we saw with so many rookies today, they've been doing so good.
In both classes. You know, there was 3 rookies on the front row of the singles class. You got rookie Cody Kopp winning Super Twins heat race number 1. So that's what's on our schedule. Next is our AFT Pro Sport class, the Road to AFT. We'll do a little track maintenance after that. Then we'll have our AFT Singles Last Chance Qualifier, Mission AFT Super Twins Last Chance Qualifier, Royal Enfield Build Train Race main event. Then our Super Twins Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge Race, $5,000 to win. Then we'll have a little break in the action, get ready for our 2 final races of the night, AFT Singles, which is now your kicker AFT Singles class. Kicker is here outside turn number 4. Stop by the souvenir stand right next door is Mad Dog with Kicker and see what they got going on. Usually they have some free stuff. There's all kinds of stuff over there. Besides, Back on Track is there. Get your raffle tickets. The AFT merchandise booth is there. Mission Foods is on hand. There's several food trucks over there with chicken tenders, Philly cheesesteaks, loaded fries, footlong corn dogs, Angus burgers, bacon chicken ranch, buffalo wings. Man, I'm getting hungry just talking about it. Also, our friends with Jeep Beach are here, and KARV, the large toy hauler, is right next to Jeep Beach over there in the Midway area, just outside turns 1 and 2. I haven't gone over there, got my own shirt yet. Have you got a new T-shirt, or did your wife's here? Did she get a shirt?
Haven't gone over and gotten the shirt yet, Scotty. I've just been trying to figure out how to get my voice back.
Well, it might be over there in the vendor row, maybe.
Over with Kicker?
Yeah. That's
I
where,
could tell
that's
you've been with Kicker this winter because your bike's so loud now.
My bike is loud. Special thanks to Kicker. I put some 6.5-inch speakers in the front of my Street Glide. So here comes the amateurs to get a sighting lap right now. Again, riders 14 to 21 years of age is what Corey Texter told us earlier. So will these riders stay on the bottom, or do you think anybody will send it and try the high line?
I think the French-Canadian Matteo Racine might try the high line. Those Canadians have so many cushion tracks up there.
I talked to them over at Ocala. There was races. The Southern Dirt Track Association had races over there leading up. And look at that. The 23 gets to pick his spot. He goes right there to spot number 2. And Drain jumps right out to the outside. I think that's a good spot, but it seemed like nobody from the outside has got the hole shot yet.
No, it's really fair all the way across. We've seen some hole shots come from the second spot there. But I think anywhere's fine right now. Yesterday, a big advantage starting on the groove. We don't have that much rubber laid down today, so Jed Fife elects to go to the second spot. He hole-shotted that heat earlier from all the way to the outside.
So you can tell some of these riders are still really young, very little. Again, 14 to 21 years of age. This is their main event. They ran a heat race earlier today. They qualified by finishing in the top 12 in the pro sport class yesterday afternoon at the Corey Texter race. We got thumbs up from our official up above. The hearts are pumping down here on the line. Ryder Bidsey's already in gear. He's already got his shield down. This is their main event. The Road to AFT Amateur Invitational. The 10-second board goes up. Looks like 12 laps on our list. That's going to be a long one for these riders. Here we go. Watch the green light. Our first main event of the evening. Light is green in a hurry. Bidsey on the inside, grabs the hole shot, but it's Drain on the outside. A little bumping, little banging going on. They're side by side for the lead. It's Bidsey on the 14, Drain on the number 7.
And Bidsey was our winner from yesterday with a very different racetrack. There was a lot more grip, so good to see him already up in the front of this one. But Sam Drain able to get some knowledge from his brother, who just got second in that heat race earlier today.
And we have the big teams out here too. Estenson Yamaha's out there. We also have the Turner Honda, represented in this one. So the 14 of Bidsey will lead him down the back straightaway. Here comes Jed Fife, the heat race winner. He's caught up to third right now. It's Bidsey from California, the 7 of Drain in second, and Jed Fife in third. Here comes the 17 of Katarzi. Katarzi from California is up to fourth.
Yeah, Katarzi wants to join in this party, but Jed Fife wasn't able to get the start he had earlier on in the heat race. Sam Drain looks up the inside, not able to do it there.
Here he
is going to take a shot.
He's throwing it up the inside. They touch fenders going into 3. It's still Ryder Bidsey. They call him the gentleman. Lead him off of 4. Here comes 5. He's bringing Katarzi with him. 2 littler guys back there in 3rd and 4th are closing in on the leaders. Bidsey holding down the fort. They're all looking for a way around. Drain in 2nd, 5. Katarzi. You got Reagan up there.
Yeah, Bidsey cannot allow them to get up the inside. He keeps coming a little bit wide off of turn 2, which is opening the door just enough for Sam Drain. Sam Drain, one of those riders that has so much bike skill. He could go join the AFT singles class today and make a main event.
If he was old enough. Bidsey in the lead, Drain in 2nd, Jed Fife looking for a way through. He's bringing with him Katarzi. Now Braxton Reagan's in the thick of things, so the leader holding down the bottom. Maybe, playing some defense, might be stacking him up behind him.
He is stacking him up a little bit, but it doesn't matter. He's doing what he has to do here at Daytona, and he doesn't have anyone in front of him to show him how fast to go. But he needs to be careful just coming in a little bit wider.
I talked about the big teams. Also, you can't count out First Impressions. The 17's a First Impressions bike. So Estenson, Turner Honda, and First Impressions are all out there on the racetrack.
Yeah, and Reagan's starting to join the party now. Sam Drain's kind of starting to get fed up with it. I can tell. He's got to be patient, though, because if he tries anything to the outside, Fife's going to jump in on the inside.
And so will Katarzi will go right on through. So we're past I lost track of the laps. I thought I saw the halfway flags a minute ago, but it's Bitze in the lead. Drain on the back tire of the leader. Here comes Fife in third. Fife looking up the inside, trying to take over second.
Yeah, and Fife does take a little bit of a shot there, but is it going to move Sam Drain? No, it's not. So Ryder Bitze doing what he needs to do, but he could really use a favor from Jed Fife or Katarzi to try to get Drain off of his back wheel.
Impressive that Katarzi's caught him on this little rough track. Here comes Drain trying to come up the inside. Fife gets hung out to dry on the outside. Here comes Katarzi up the inside. Katarzi to third.
Yeah, that's going to move him in. Ryder Bitze just makes a bobble there, and he's going to lose the spot. Sam Drain will take over the lead.
Drain out front. Bitze goes back to second. Katarzi's on the move up to third. Fife is slid back to fourth. And now in fifth, it's the flying flea of Brody Hansen. Kenny Coolbest's nephew, he's marching towards the front on the 99 bike.
Let's see, is Bitze going to be able to retaliate? He just got on the gas, hit a little bit of bump, stood the bike up, all that Sam Drain needed. Sam Drain did look like he had pace. But like I mentioned, Ryder Bitze didn't know how fast to go as Katarzi takes a shot.
Katarzi sends it, almost gets up the inside of Bitze. Those are two California riders, second and third. Australian first and fourth. So you got Australia leading the big sandwich, and two California riders second and third. Bitze's got some company. Oh, Katarzi gets under the back tires. The white flag is out. That's going to cost Katarzi a little bit of time. Fife is going to come back on the inside, taking back. He hit the back tire. Last lap, Colby. Here they come down the back straightaway. It's Drain out in front. The 7 leads him into the final corner. Here comes the 23, sending it, looking for second place. It'll be Drain will take the win on the 7. The brace to the line, second, third, and fourth. 14, 23. 17.99. How about these amateur riders putting on a good race for us out here at Daytona?
I wanted to jump in and just say, how fun was that? How much fun did these kids just have?
That was fantastic. And they're shaking each other's hands. You know, what a clean race. There was a little bit of rubbing in that first corner, but that's, you know, rubbing's racing. Katarzi comes up one spot short of the podium, but this is the future of our sport right there, folks.
And 2 Australians and 1 American coming here from California. Ryder Bitze, the other 2 coming over here from Australia.
I wonder when more Australians are going to start coming, because when they come over here, they mean business. Here's a look at the replay. Bitze, one mistake, the only mistake he made the whole time, opened up the door for the 7.
Yeah, that's all it took, and I kind of knew that was the way. Ryder Bitze was doing a good job keeping him behind him, just stood the bike up a little bit, and that's all Sam Drain needed.
What a race it was. They're getting them all herded up over there on the podium. We'll talk to the winner here in just a second, but that was our pro sport class. Those riders raced their way in from racing yesterday. The top 12 in the main event got to race with us today. We're going to do that at the first 7 rounds of the 2026 Progressive American Flat Track season. And Little Drain takes his Arai helmet off. He's got his Estenson colors on, and they're going to all get over there on that podium area. There's a little handshake. Ryder Bitze, he's got smile. Yeah, they're on the podium at Daytona. They're still smiling, and the winner has made his way down there to Christy Lee.
Thank you, Scotty. All right, Sam, a very exciting race for you. Very exciting to be here in Daytona as well. You were chasing that lead for most of that race. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I had to work hard for that one. Ryder didn't make a mistake the whole time until that one time, and I got through. And yeah, it was a good race. I had very good fun, and yeah, it's cool to be racing the road race track and the flat track all in one weekend, and to get the win's awesome.
Doing double duty here in Daytona, the number 7 of Sam Drain. Congratulations.
I think y'all should remember that name, because he's road racing, he's flat tracking, and he is very fast. Looks like he's got 59 on the back of his helmet. That's of course his brother's number, and he runs number 7 because he loves Sammy Halbert growing up. So Slammin' Sam, that's his nickname, taking the win out there in our Invitational class. Again, those riders raced their way in by doing good yesterday. Here's the results. AFT Pro Sport 450 main event, drained by 0.5 seconds over Ryder Bitze. Jed Fife is third. Jet Katarzi, Brody Hansen back there in that 5th position. Man, they're just good racing all the way through the field in that class.
Really impressive, too. Sam Drain doing the double duty. We used to see that so much out of guys like Hayden Gillum, J.D. Beach. Don't see it quite as often anymore.
We have a little bit of a break in the action to do a little track maintenance. When we come back from the track maintenance, AFT Singles Last Chance Qualifier will be up next. It'll be 8 laps. We'll take the top 4 to the main event. Right after that, Mission AFT Super Twins Last Chance Qualifier. 4 more out of that one to their main event. And then we'll get into the Royal Enfield Build Train Race main event. Our Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge race. Somebody's going to take home $5 grand from Mission Foods. Too Fast, Too Tasty. After that, with the AFT Singles main event and our Mission Super Twins main event. That's what the rest of the night looks like. We are racing down here at the World Center of Racing Hope everybody's having a great time. Be sure to grab something to eat or drink right now. Stop by that souvenir stand. See all of our vendors out there. Kicker Performance Audio, Back on Track, Royal Enfield. Of course, the AFT merchandise stand is over there. Mission Foods is there. Jeep Beach is on hand. KARV, a large toy hauler, is right next to Jeep Beach, and also all the food trucks. So we're moving our way through night number 1 here at the World Center of Racing. All right, celebrating down there on the podium. Got himself a new kicker bullfrog, the surfboard on the trophy, and that was just our first main event. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for some last chance qualifiers, and then we'll start getting ready for our main events and the Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge. We'll be back to Daytona shortly.
Cat Rentals gives you more when you need it most. Their dealers are invested in your success, building connections that last way beyond your next project. With well-maintained, work-ready fleets from Cat and 70 other trusted brands, and local teams empowered to make quick decisions, you can be confident in saying yes to that next job. From quick jobs to major projects, Cat Rentals is here to support and ready to work as hard as you do. For more information, visit catrentals.com. official whiskey of Progressive American Flat Track. Delivers bold flavor in every pour. From blackberry and cold brew coffee to hot honey, salted caramel, and spiced apple, there's a flavor for every taste. Track it down near you at brokenantler.com. Drink responsibly. ARP, Automotive Racing Products, is the go-to source for all your fastener needs. Over 50 years of manufacturing experience has earned them the trust of top engine builders and racing professionals worldwide. All ARP fasteners are made entirely in-house with U.S.-sourced steel, guaranteeing quality, performance, and consistency you can rely on. If you want absolute confidence in making it to the finish line, ARP Fasteners will get you there. Visit us on the web at arp-bolts.com. Royal Enfield, the oldest motorcycle manufacturer in continuous production, is celebrating its 125th anniversary, delivering an exciting year of events, rides, and racing. The 2026 Moto Anatomy powered by Royal Enfield features champion Johnny Lewis serving as coach to the new lead rider, Evan Renshaw. In addition, Royal Enfield once again features a new lineup of build, train, race, all-female flat-track racers that compete on the AFT Pro Circuit throughout the year. Visit RoyalEnfield.com to find a Royal Enfield dealer to demo the ever-growing lineup of premium-styled, incredibly affordable motorcycles, including the new Classic 650. Learn more about the past, present, and future of Royal Enfield on its social media channels and discover ways to join its 125th anniversary celebration activities in 2026. Royal Enfield, pure motorcycling since 1901.
Welcome back to Daytona Short Track. It's the Royal Enfield Daytona Short Track getting set to go. The 278 on the front row. It's Matty B. Land. 277, the rookie, Aiden Savage. The 87, Landon Smith from Florida. The 252 is Cunningham. There's two twins Cunninghams. This is Tyler on the 252, the older brother. Starting back there in that second row, 83, Braden Fanders. 190, Brady Lang. 56, Jordan Jean. 89, Trevor Martin. Row 3, 31, Evan Kelleher. 139, Jack Bell. 40, Olin Kistler. 43, Jacob Van Koy. Row 4, 93 is Caleb Martin. 210, Jackson Sengels. 404 is James. That's Jacob James from England. 42 is McLean Drucker. And the fifth row, the 82, Travis Petton. 122, KTM Johnny. Jonathan Condaby. 225, that's Tyler Cunningham, the younger brother, the younger twin. And 238, that is Adam James from England. That is your starting lineup for our last chance qualifier. Look at all these motorcycles. We have room for 4 of them. Only 4, Colby, out of this. So the main, the rest are spectators. Uh-oh. They're pointing somebody off the racetrack.
I think that might be Caleb Martin.
Kmart, I'm not sure exactly why, but they're putting him in the infield. He's going back to the pit area and throwing a little roost at the same time. So he's going to jump over this berm, and his night is done. Not a good second-year debut for him. He's either late to staging or did something that they didn't like. Now the rest of them are on the racetrack, a bunch of them, and only the top 4 to the main event. This is your kicker, AFT Singles last chance qualifier. 10-second board is up. A lot of 3 digits out there, a lot of rookies. 3 of them, not necessarily all rookies, but 3 3-digit numbers on the front row. The 277 overheating. Here we go. Watch the light. It is green. 278 on the inside, 277 takes the hole shot. The bike that was overheating grabs the hole shot, Colby.
Yeah, Savage able to get another good start.
One rider down. We're still
That's
racing.
Trevor Martin. That does go down McLean Drucker just above him there. Let's see if we're going to go red in this one.
He's not on the racing lines. We might keep on going. They're trying to get it sorted out. Here's the 277. Here comes Landon Smith, and now the red flag is out as Trevor Martin gets up and gets out of harm's way. He's got that silver helmet on there. He's easy to spot, the silver bullet. Going down in turn number 1. He's not happy with somebody, but you know that's short track racing turn number 1. I wouldn't be happy either.
Yeah, and Aiden Savage, he had a really good heat race. He started out on the front row in his heat, wasn't able to get it done. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but I've watched this kid for years being a really good short tracker.
From Michigan, and he's a newer name for a lot of us, but can he do anything about his bike getting hot? As we take a look at the replay, the rider on the outside of the second row, that'd be the left side on our screen. 89 is the one that goes down. We'll see who gets into him or if he just gets collected. So somebody's up the inside, and they're going wider and wider, and the front end just got tucked and went underneath there. Maybe a little contact with that rider right there, but at that point, you're just along for the ride. There's another look at it right about the middle of the screen. That may be the 190. That is Lang from Wisconsin, another new rookie rider out there. It's Lang on the 190 bike that made contact. I'm not saying it was anybody's fault. But can they do anything with Savage's bike, who is overheating right there just a little bit at the starting line? It's not going to cool off right now.
Yeah, no, at least he's able to. His best case scenario is to keep that race going.
Landon Smith right there getting a little words of encouragement from Robbie Bobby out there. He's actually the tuner for the 79 and the 13, the Mission Super Twins, but he always helps out Landon Smith, who's actually from his neck of the woods over there in the Panhandle side of Florida. So he's going out there giving a little bit of encouragement. Landon Smith is doing really well. There's a former Daytona Flat Track winner, Ryan Wells, over there helping out Braden Fanders on that 83 bike. Looking pretty snazzy with that stash. What's the deal with you guys and all your mustaches, Colby?
I've had mine for years.
So you're the trendsetter?
I had it before Top Gun came out.
Colby Carlisle up here in the booth and looking at the rest of the riders sitting in the hot box. Again, you're not allowed to work on the motorcycle. If you do, you go into the back row.
Yeah, that was just a weird incident. Unfortunately, what happened, Brady Lang's bike just got a little bit upset, pushed him wide. Caleb.
Looks like he's rolling forward.
Trevor Martin, not sure exactly where he's going, heading back to the pits.
Once you leave the racetrack, you're done, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not sure what the situation was there. We've lost both Martins at this point.
And they're not related. They're both from Ohio, but they're not related. But both of them are off the racetrack right now. There goes the Cadillac.
Big Georgie Price. Little Georgie Price.
Little Georgie Price. His dad is.
He's big either way.
The Buick, yeah, exactly.
Taller than me.
Taller than me?
I don't know.
All right. Well, rolling back out here. The nerves are still going out here. A lot of 3-digit numbers trying to get their 2-digit number by making a main event. So we'll see what happens. They'll line them up. Braden Fanders already touched the ground once outside turn number 4 in practice and qualifying. Raymond Rizzo puts that red flag up, says you got to stop right here. 278 on the inside. Matty B. Land came off of the couch last year. He fought cancer and won, and now he's out here racing on Dan Brownlee Suzuki.
Yeah, it's great to see him out here, but is Savage's bike going to be able to stay cool here on this restart?
56 Jordan Jean back there in the blue. I saw him from Michigan. There's Bell on the 139. That's the only Triumph racing with us this weekend in the Progressive American Flat Track. I figure we see more of those starting to roll onto the racetrack. We should see them. There's a 404, another rider from England. It's Jacob James. His brother Adam James is also out there on the 238. They're back there on that 4th and 5th row. They got a long ways to go. The bike of the 277 getting hot again. Restart, kicker, AFT singles class. Long light, 277 grabs the whole shot. He doesn't care if his bike's hot. He's going to lead him in the first corner.
Yeah, luckily that race took off in the nick of time because not much longer they probably would have stopped and that bike was overheating.
Vander's already up to 4th place. They get him figured out down the back straightaway. Look at all the motorcycles at Daytona Flat Track. Here they come off of 4. It's the 277 Savage. Now Landon Smith under attack. He looks up the inside going into turn number 1.
That's Dylan Cunningham right now in 5th. We're taking the top 4, Scotty. Matty Beeland running in 4th with Fanders, one of the more veteran riders in this field, starting to try to work the outside, work the cushion.
And he's on a Yamaha for the first time in his career, racing on KTM's coming through the ranks. Matty Beeland up the inside. Here comes 5th place. They're 2 by 2. The leader almost gets into it, now goes down right in front of everybody. Is that Smith?
Yeah,
Fanders went to the hay bales at the same, or the air fence at the same time. So your leader, Savage, we're still racing until we see red or checkered. The rider that went down gets up and keeps on going. So the 277 in the lead. Matty B. Land in the 2 spot. He fought cancer and won. He wants to make the Daytona Flat Track main event.
Yeah, now Kelleher's in that final chance spot, actually up in 3rd right now.
Kelleher's coming through the pack on the number 31 bike. He's really good on the miles, trying to prove himself on his short track. 4th, it looks like one of the Cunninghams is right there. 277 holding down the fort. He's pulling away. B. Land in 2nd. Cunningham in 3rd. Kelleher in 4th. Jordan Jean 1 spot out. Travis Pettin started deep in the field. He's up there in that, he's starting the last row. Pettin is up to 5th from the 5th row, Colby.
Yeah, and we've seen Pettin fast qualify before over in Ventura. Really good short tracker as well.
He's coming. He's coming. He looked like he took the 4th spot away going into turn number 1. They're side by side for 2nd and 3rd. There's Kelleher. There is Matty B. Land. And Pettin from the 5th row is up to 4th place. The 82 is on the charge. That's the Waters Auto Body KTM team. What a ride. You said there ain't no passing? Watch the 82 bike. He's going to come up and get another one.
Yeah, he's not settling. You don't want to be in that 4th final spot. That was Dylan Cunningham who was running in 4th, one of the twin brothers, but he did get moved back. So now Cunningham trying to get that spot from Matty Beeland. Travis Pettin's up to 3rd.
Yeah, Pettin goes up to 3rd on the 82. There's the white flag. We got a battle heating up for the lead. The 277 and the 31. Kelleher slips wide. Can the 82 get up to 2nd place? They'll take it down the back straightaway for the final time. Last chance qualifier. Top 4 to the main. 277, 31 into the final corner. 82 is up there in 3rd, but it's going to be Savage. His rookie debut makes the main event. Kelleher 2nd. Pettin is 3rd. And Matty B. Land, who fought cancer and won, going to the main event on that 278 bike.
And you saw him pumping his arm, the excitement there to make the first main event here.
Might be the first one of his career. I'm going to have to think way, way back because he was gone for quite a while. The top 4 going to the main event, 277. That's Savage. 2nd is the 31. Kelleher. 3rd is Pettin from that 5th row. And Dylan Cunningham, that was not right. I think it was Beeland that got 4th.
A handful of years ago, Beeland at Laconia Short Track.
Okay, so yeah, so he makes another main event, but after surviving cancer, good job on that one, Colby Carlisle up here. So unofficially, we got the 277, 31, 82, and it looked like the 278 from us up here, but we'll wait and get that sorted out. Up next, Mission AFT Super Twins last chance qualifier. Looks like we got 13 of them, and we're only going to bring the top 4 out of this one into the main event. Then we'll start getting ready for Royal Enfield Build Train Race main event. After that, the Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge race. So We're getting them going. They're putting the stripes back down the starting line so everybody knows exactly where they're supposed to start. That's Raymond Rizzo, our racing chaplain. Steve Moorhead is down there. Big P is our flagman. So we got all the spots marked, and we'll send them out onto the racetrack. On the pole is Hunter Bauer. He's on the First Impressions KTM this weekend. When we get to California, he'll be on that G&G Yamaha. 29, Billy Ross from up in Michigan. 49, that's Chad Coast, the California kid, now lives in Florida. 27, Wyatt Vaughn. Row 2, the 14, Logan McGrain. 13, Morgan Mishler on the Aprilia. 57, Ian Wolf. 47, Michael Hill. The 11, Daniel Poole. 26, Aiden Roos Evans. 92, Brandon Price. 44, Brandon Robinson and Declan Bender, who got off to a bad start in his heat race. He's at the tail of the field. Again, out of this one, only 4. This is tough right here.
This is a very hard LCQ. Brandon Robinson, we saw him trying to take over that 3rd spot from Bauman.
Well, hopefully he was watching what Pettin was doing, because Pettin came from that back row in that last race and made it all the way to the main event. So Bauer, again, moving into the Mission Super Twins class. Kind of got a little extra ride out here from the First Impressions KTM. He'll be on the G&G Yamahas when we start the West Coast swing. And look at this, Ian Wolf, another Honda out there. This one's in the Howardson chassis. That is the number 57, Ian Wolf. There's row 2, Aiden Roos Evans on the Harley Davidson.
What a stacked 3rd row.
There's Declan Bender, tail of the field on the 70 bike. Hopefully if his clutch was what was going on or whatever's happening with that motorcycle, hopefully he's got fixed. 10-second board is up. Mission AFT Super Twins. Last chance qualifier. 4 to the main. The rest are done for the day. Bauer, Ross, Coase, and Vaughn on the front row. Vaughn's shield's heating up a little bit. The 14's waving his hand. Now he puts his hand up. Now we'll point to the lights once again. Look at Ross. So Vaughn's shield's heating up over here on the front row.
Yeah, he's got duct tape to keep the moisture down.
All right, somebody's getting really hot in that second row. Doesn't get going. It's Michael Hill. We go without him. Bauer grabs the whole shot. Chad Coase goes wide. Here comes the 14 up the inside. So the 47 bike gets done. Off of turn number 2, it's going to be the 24, Hunter Bauer, the Canadian rider in front of Chad Coase. And here comes McGrain. The 29, Billy Ross, slips wide.
I have no idea how Brandon Robinson was able to do it up to 5th. He was the rider behind Wyatt Vaughn who stalled it out. Luckily, was able to turn.
Michael Hill stalled on the line. There you go. But yeah, what a good job by getting around it. Chad Coase goes to lead the 49 on a new ride out here. The 49 bike showing the way. Bauer in second. Chad Coase bobbled a little bit. Robinson's already up to the 3rd spot from the back of the 3rd row.
Yeah, and Robinson can now take a little bit of a breath being up in 3rd.
McGrain right there on the bubble, the 14 bike. Look at that. There's either a lot of rubber down right there. It looked like maybe something was laid down on the racetrack. I don't know. Somebody must have got on the throttle really hard.
Yeah, and Brandon Robinson might make an easy pass here on Bauer. No, Bauer went up the track just a little bit. Robinson, he's going to come in here, try to square off the corner and get by Bauer.
Bauer new to this class, new to this horsepower, new to the weight. It's a lot different than coming off a single.
We just saw Brandon do the same thing that he did to Pryor. Unfortunately, didn't work out there with a mechanical, but it works out this time. Brandon Robinson running in 2nd.
We're not sure if that's the primary bike or the backup bike, but whatever it is, it's working for him. The 49 the California kid, Chad Coase, pulling away out in front, trying to go to the main event and get a better starting spot. He's doing it for the Parker Racing team. It's Parker Pro Roofing, also on the 49 bike, a new sponsor in our sport in Super Twins. 49, 44, there's the rubber being laid down. Looks like Chad Coase is putting all that rubber down in his Yamaha. Harley Davidson in second. Pair of KTM's 3rd and 4th right now. Give me Vaughn. He's back there in 5th. Tough break for Hill. The bike started overheating on the line. He just pulled off. Only the top 4 keep on dancing here tonight. The rest of them are done. 2 laps to go. White flag should be coming out here right now. There's the white for Chad Coase. Brandon Robinson. Looks like Robinson's kind of settled in for the second. Now he's just seeing what he can learn. Goes in deep down here in 1 and 2, squares up the corner. 49, 44, way out in front. Robinson trying to make it happen. Goes in hot. Going to try to do square up the corner. Here they come out the final quarter. Checkered flag is out right here. 49, 44, 1st and 2nd. 24 to 14 going to the main event. Everybody wants to make the main event the first night of the year, that's for sure. And Logan McGrain did, and so did Hunter Bauer, his first ever voyage in the Super Twins class. He's a rookie in this class. He goes to the main event. Up next on the list, we got the Royal Enfield Build Train Race main event. They'll be rolling onto the racetrack here real soon. So another main event getting ready to go to the track, and then we'll have our Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge race. So we go really quick out here. When the track's ready, we send them. Chris Carr is out there looking at the racetrack, and he will give the ladies the nod to go onto the racetrack, and we'll get ready for this main event. Emma Gotch is on the pole. Hess, number 13, starts second. We'll take a look at the replay from the last race. Watch the 44 Robinson trying to get by Bauer. Again, Bauer, the rookie in this class, slipped a little bit wide in turn number 2, and that's all it took for Robinson to get that 2 spot.
Yeah, was able to do what we saw Emma Gotch do earlier to be able to pick up that heat race win.
The ladies are up next. Build Train Race. Again, 5 of Emma Gotch is on the pole. Julia Hess is starting second. Maticela Rodriguez, the 113, is third. Kristen Rodriguez, no relationship between those two. Kristen on the 23, she's from California. Up next in that second row, the 39 is Brewer. The 19 is Samantha Weiss. 17 is Morgan Reinhold. 72 is Lozano. In that third row, 58, Mallory McGill, all the way from Missoula, Montana, on the 555. Giovannina Shipman on the triple nickel entry. So the Royal Enfields are back there getting ready to roll onto the racetrack. Right after that, Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge race. Always cool to come down to Daytona. We always see a lot of our friends that we don't get to see very often. And talking about our friends with Kicker up there, Harley Davidson, our friends with Harley Davidson are here. Some guys from Honda here. You know, you get so much racing because just over the hill, the road racing.
Yeah, always. We spend all winter up north, at least for me, cold. Finally get to come down here, watch some amazing racing.
Emma Gotch trying to do what she did last year, win the season opener on the number 5 bike. The track's a little bit different, so they're giving 1 lap to check it out. It's starting to take some rubber, especially around the bottom, and especially coming off the corners when they're hard on the throttle.
Yeah, and that is going to start making the passing opportunities get a little bit harder as the night goes on.
One sliding lap, look like they're all nice and bunched up again. A little different, you know, some of them use it at full speed and some of them take it nice and easy to look at the track. So Emma Gotch takes the outside starting spot, which is closer to that rubber. Might be a good spot for her. Julia Hess on the 13. There's Maticela Rodriguez, the 113. And that leaves the open spot on the inside, the 23. I met her out at Lodi a few years back. That's Kristen Rodriguez. Used to be number 2K, if I'm not mistaken. The K was for the first letter of her name. That front row getting staged up and ready to go. Brewer, Weiss, Reinhold, and Lozano on that second row. The third row is McGill and Shipman. There will also be some Royal Enfield Build Train Race ladies on the other side of the hill over there at the Super Speedway. This is their main event scheduled on our sheet. Is 10 laps the distance. Get a nod from the riders. Big piece is watch the light. 10-second board goes up. Main event for the Royal Enfield Build Train Race program. The board goes sideways. The bikes are in gear. Watch the Christmas tree. And they're off. The 13 gets a good jump. The 5 on the outside. Emma Gotch takes over the lead going into 1. Here comes the 113. Actually, that's the 23 coming up the inside. Off of turn number 2, the 13, the 113 battling for second and third. Down the back straightaway, it's Gotch out in front.
Yeah, Gotch wants to make it a little bit easier this time and not have to make the move.
Yeah, she's trying to get out front. Check out the 13 of Hess in the 2 spot. Maticela Rodriguez back there in third. 1 lap down in main event for the Royal Enfields. Some of the bikes hard off the corners, already on the rev limiter. I'll go back there, make some changes for the next time we come here probably. The 5, the 13, and here comes the 113. Looks like the 13 has a carrot to go after. That's the 5 bike. It's easier to run second a lot of times.
Yeah, we've seen that especially here at Daytona, where it's a track that's so easy to override. And with the 113 of Rodriguez, so we saw so many good starts out of her last year. Hasn't been able to bring that over to 2026.
The 13 right there in second, Julia Hess, Maticela Rodriguez, Kristen Rodriguez. She's one of the rookies out here. She's on that 23 bike. She's holding 4th right now for her debut. Is a good run. Gotch in the lead. Here comes Hess and Rodriguez. 3 of them trying to break away. You hear their steel shoes sliding on the hard surface down here going into turn 1. Nice and smooth on the throttle off of turn number 2. Here comes the 13. Hess closing up on the leader just a little bit. Last time by is 0.981 seconds between first and second. Gotch, Hess, Rodriguez, the top 3 pulled away from everybody else. Now it looks like the 5's starting to pull away from the rest of them.
Really impressed by Hess, too, as this is her first year in the program, where the other 2, this is their second year.
Oh, the 113 overcooked down there in 3 and 4. She goes wide up in the deep stuff. That'll spread out the second, third place rider. Again, right now, it's your leader of Gotch. Second, Hess. Third is Rodriguez. Fourth is Rodriguez. Reinhold round out your top 5. Mallory McGill, all the way from Missoula, Montana, is up there in that 6th position. Gotch just isn't making any mistakes. She's saying so smooth out there on the number 5 bike, right on the bottom, and nice and smooth on the throttle. Still pulling away from the second and third place riders. Now it's 1.6 seconds between first and second. Julia Hess still in second. Maticela Rodriguez in third. Kristen Rodriguez in fourth, and Mallory McGill back there in fifth. It looks like Big P's getting the white flag ready. We're getting closer and closer to the end of this one. Here comes the 113s, caught the 13 bike. This is a long race for people that haven't normally raced this many laps on a big motorcycle. Gotch in the lead. Hess has company. Here comes the 113. Maticela Rodriguez as they go to the white flag. Final lap of the Build Train Race main event. Gotch is way out in front. The battles for second place into turn 1 and 2. The 113 looks up the inside. Down the back straightaway. They're all chasing the 5. Going to come up a little bit short as the 13 has the 113 up the inside. There's Gotch with the win. Who's going to get second to the line? Look like the 13 hangs on to it. 113 is third. And the rest of the ladies coming around that final corner. Little fist pump right here from 13 and 113. Emma Gotch wins Daytona again. The Sioux Falls, South Dakota rider. It's my hometown. Did you know that? Kobe's shaking his head. He can't believe it. And Gotch will find her way to that podium. They're like, how do we get there? It's different every track we go to. There's the results. Emma Gotch with the win. Julia Hess is second. Maticela Rodriguez third. Kristen Rodriguez is fourth. Mallory McGill, your top 5. Morgan Reinhold, Hannah Brewer, Sammy Weiss, Brooke Lozano, Giovannina Shipman rounding out your top 10. The winners are all headed to that victory podium. Only one of them gets to talk to our very own Christy Lee. That is the 5 bike of Emma Gotch. She's trying to make her way over to that podium and get ready to talk to her. Look, they're all hugging each other. They're all very good friends. A lot of them just met in January when they all got together down in Dallas, and they're still smiling and having a good time. That's what racing's all about. You know, when we get to the pro ranks, we kind of forget that we're here to have fun, but these ladies definitely haven't forgot that. So taking off their skid lids, taking off their gloves, and one lucky lady gets to talk to Christy Lee, and that is the South Dakota rider, Emma Gotch. Make some noise, let her hear ya. Emma Gotch will head over there and talk to Christy.
All right, thank you, Scotty. Emma, very exciting race. You looked extremely confident, very smooth. Another win for you in the books.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Last year at Daytona, the first round, I also took the first place, so it's kind of special.
This is a very, very exciting program for all of the females. You can see the energy that the 3 of you have as competitors, but also as racers together. I love that camaraderie.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Royal Enfield and all of our sponsors. Without Jenny Lewis, this program would not be possible. Our mechanics for always being there and helping us, and then all the fans for being here and everyone at home watching.
Congratulations once again. Scotty, I got to say I'm a little partial to this one. Give it up to number 5 of Emma Gotch.
Well, Christy, I think you can put in an application. Maybe you can race in that class next year. Trying to talk her into it. See, she's a rider. I think she's too busy, but that'd be fun to have Christy Lee out there, and then she could hop off the motorcycle and interview herself. Maybe. I'm not getting takers up here. Up next, Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge race is next. It's 4 laps. It is $5,000 to win. Big thanks to our friends at Mission Foods. Too Fast, Too Tasty. That is the next race. After that, we'll get set to go with our AFT Singles main and then our Mission Super Twins main event. So the night is going by pretty quickly out here. There's the ladies getting their trophies. There goes Too Tall Colby, hand out the trophies. It's not you, is it? You're still sitting here. He's ignoring me. Looking for his voice. Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge race will be the top two from the heat races. Looks like we should have the 12 of Cody Kopp, the 48 of Trent Lowe, the 69 Sammy Halbert, and the 1 of Dallas Daniels. So we'll have a Harley-Davidson, a Honda, a Yamaha, and a Yamaha in this Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge race. So we have 4 bikes going to come out for $2,500 to win. Celebrating down there with the Royal Enfield Build Train Race ladies. Again, it's always good to see them out here. They'll also be doing some road racing. Different ladies are doing some road racing on the other side of the hill. So don't forget to get your souvenir T-shirt before you head on out of here later on this evening. Appreciate all you folks for coming out to Daytona International Speedway. First race of the 2026 Progressive American Flat Track season. Mission Challenge up next. 4 laps. We'll get into our AFT Singles main event and then our Mission AFT Super Twins main event, the final race of the night. We'll start over tomorrow night. We'll have 4 classes again tomorrow night, a couple new ones. 1 lap around the racetrack. Cody Kopp will lead him. He's a rookie in this class. Doesn't look like the way he rode his heat race. Trent Lowe got his first win of his career at Springfield Mile last year, so go from one of the biggest tracks where he won to one of the shorter tracks. You got Sammy Halbert. Never, ever count him out at the Daytona Flat Track. And then Dallas Daniels, who's won 4 of the last 5 races here at Daytona, is always strong in the Estenson Yamaha. Kopp on the inside on the 12 bike. That's the latest Motors Harley-Davidson. There's the 48 pulling up to the 2nd starting spot. Cody goes way to the inside of his box. Trent Lowe's 2nd. 3rd is Sammy Halbert, and there's Dallas Daniels, the defending champ, out there on the outside. There's Sammy Halbert, the 69 Yamaha, starting 2nd from the outside. 2nd from the inside, 48 Trent Lowe. And on the inside, heat race number 1 winner, Hot Rod, Cody Kopp. Pump themselves up. 10-second board is up. It's 4 laps. It is $5,000 to win. Mission Challenge race. Mission Super Twins on the line. Light goes green. Finally, Sammy Halbert puts his foot down. It'll be Cody Kopp on the outside. It's Dallas Daniels on the outside. Cody Kopp on the inside. Kopp will lead him off at turn number 2. Daniels in 2nd. Lowe in 3rd. Sammy Halbert in 4th. They'll go on the back straightaway. Full song now. It is Kopp, Daniels. These two haven't squared up in the Premier class yet. This is the first time we've seen them on the track at the same time. It's the 12 bike out in front. Daniels in the 2 spot on the 1 bike. Daniels in 2nd. Here comes the 48 Trent Lowe in 3rd, Sammy Halbert in 4th. Oh, Cody Kopp makes a bobble off of turn number 4. Here comes the 1 bike. Kopp looks over his shoulder. He's going to start playing protective on the inside. Hold down. He makes a bobble right there going into 1. Dallas Daniels trying to shove his way through. Daniels on the inside, Kopp on the outside. Kopp still leads him into turn number 3. Should be at the halfway point. Kopp really sideways right in the middle of 3 and 4. Here comes Kopp. White flag is out. Daniels in 2nd. He's bouncing into turn number 1. He's bringing the 48 with him. Off of turn number 2. Really crossed up. It's the 12 bike. Cody Kopp trying to win his first ever Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge race. Into the final corner. Off of turn number 4. Cody Kopp winning the Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge race. Dallas Daniels 2nd. Trent Lowe is 3rd. And 4th is Sammy Halbert, who made a little bobble right at the start. I think he was waiting for the green and dabbed his foot down right about the same time the light turned green. But how about Cody Kopp? Won his heat race, now wins the challenge race. He's looking for the clean sweep. There he is. Let him hear you. Cody Kopp, the rookie. Mission Super Twins picks up his first $5,000 check in the Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge race. What a ride it was on that Harley-Davidson. Latest Motors Beaverton motorcycle, or Bob Lamphere's BMC Racing, I'm sorry about that. Taking the helmet off, putting the Mission hat on. Cody Kopp got Mission on his leathers as well. his first Mission Challenge race. He takes the win. Starting to make it look easy out here. Cody Kopp is with Christy Lee.
All right, Cody, that was a bit of a defensive race. You started off strong, but you had those guys right on your back.
Yeah, no, for sure. Honestly, my heat race was a little chaotic after all those red flags, so we tried some things, and yeah, my bike's going to be good tonight. We're strong. We've done the work. We can last for the 8 minutes plus 2, and yeah, we're here to play.
This Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty challenge comes with a check as well. And from Mission Foods, we've got Udonis here to present you with a $5,000 check.
Right on.
First time out, wins his first $5,000 check. The Mission red and white checkered flag is there. Congrats to Cody Kopp winning his first time out in the Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty challenge race. So Cody Kopp takes the win of that one. That will be to set him up for that first main event of his career in the Mission Super Twins class. We're going to do our raffle here in just a second. We'll get everything switched out on that victory podium. We have 2 races left. Kicker AFT singles are next, followed by our Mission Super Twins. Are sprinkling the water track or the racetrack down right now with just a little bit of water. Trying to keep that dust down, put some more traction down out there on the racetrack. So we're down to the final 2 races. And don't forget, the pits will be open when we get all done here tonight. Come on down and meet your favorite rider. We can do that after the races. Also, tomorrow, gates are at 3. We have an open paddock area in between practice and qualifying and our heat races and opening ceremonies. So opening ceremonies tomorrow night at 7. If you want to tell your friends to come out and join us, I believe there are still some tickets available to AmericanFlatTrack.com. So 2 races left in just a few moments. We will get ready for the starting lineup for the Kicker AFT singles class. The water trailer's out there right now. Just a quick break in the action on the racetrack. Hopefully we can do the raffle right now. There's Ronnie Jones with Back on Track is down there, and Christy Lee. We're going to draw for a brand new Arai helmet. Thanks to Arai for being a part of this. But let's go back to that victory podium.
All right. Thank you, Scotty. I'm just going to squeeze right in here, guys. Don't make it weird. All right. Let's go ahead and do this drawing. Who's going to do the honors? Don't put that pressure on me. Yeah? You're going to do this?
Lauren's going to pull the helmet out. Thank you to Arai for donating the helmet for this raffle, and thank you all of you for buying tickets. We're going to do another one tomorrow night. And without further ado, Lauren, pull out the winning ticket. Okay.
9158958.
One more time.
9158958.
Okay. Christy, the winner can meet, we'll be down in Tim Estenson's pit after the races. If you'll come down and bring your ticket, and once we verify it, you can take this helmet home with you. Thank you, everybody, for buying the tickets.
Okay, thank you. Scotty?
Thanks, Ronnie Jones. Thanks for everybody that bought raffle tickets for Back on Track, the official charity of Progressive American Flat Track. They help out riders that get hurt in our sport, also in Moto America. And it could be an amateur rider, pro rider, vintage rider, doesn't matter. If they get hurt in flat track, Back on Track is there to get the riders back on track. Earlier today, down in the pit area, we found the champions, our reigning champions, Dallas Daniels and Tom Drain, and they presented little lucky riders with brand new Strider balance bikes, now the official balance bike of Progressive American Flat Track. These one-of-a-kind Strider bikes are designed as exact mini replicas of Dallas and Tom's own championship bikes. If your little racer wants to tear up the track, Strider bikes will jumpstart their learning process. Made for kids 1 to 4 years of age, Strider is the brand trusted by Progressive American Flat Track racers to teach their own kids. Strider has helped 10 million children across 75-plus countries learn how to ride with confidence. Big thanks to Strider Bike, and congratulations to those 2 little rippers out there. There is the merchandise stand right there. Some Royal Enfields on display over there. Get your souvenir T-shirt, and you can get it autographed after the races. do so before you leave. After the races, the pits will be open, so stop by that stand right there on your screen and pick up some brand new official Progressive American Flat Track merchandise. Two races left. We'll be right back to Daytona. AFT singles are up next.
Royal Enfield, the oldest motorcycle manufacturer in continuous production, is celebrating its 125th anniversary, delivering an exciting year of events, rides, and racing. The 2026 Moto Anatomy powered by Royal Enfield features champion Johnny Lewis serving as coach to the new lead rider, Evan Renshaw. In addition, Royal Enfield once again features a new lineup of build, train, race, all-female flat track racers that compete on the AFT Pro Circuit throughout the year. Visit RoyalEnfield.com to find a Royal Enfield dealer to demo the ever-growing lineup of premium-styled, incredibly affordable motorcycles, including the new Classic 650. Learn more about the past, present, and future of Royal Enfield on its social media channels and discover ways to join its 125th anniversary celebration activities in 2026. Royal Enfield, pure motorcycling since 1901.
Gotta have a lucky charm when you ride, right? Makes you feel safe and protected out there.
That's why I never leave home without a photo of the little ones.
Bracelet from my husband.
Oh.
Lucky rabbit's foot.
Lucky rabbit named Svoot. It's Swedish. That's a whole rabbit. Named Svoot.
Well, there's really no need for a lucky charm when you ride.
Not when America's #1 motorcycle insurance got your back. We're just gonna ignore the fact that Carl has a rabbit. Named Svoot.
For more than 50 years, Kicker has been rocking the planet on anything that moves. Kicker, the legacy continues.
Progressive American Flat Track is all about speed, grit, and pushing the limit. That same attitude fuels Broken Antler flavored whiskey, the official whiskey of American Flat Track. With smooth taste and bold character, Broken Antler is made for those who never back down. Learn more at brokenantler.com.
Next stop, Atlanta. Progressive American Flat Track rolls into Sonoy Raceway for a full throttle night of bar-banging chaos. It's a short track showdown. Non-stop entertainment. Adrenaline-charged action. Fun for the whole family. Kids 12 and under get in free. The Atlanta Short Track, Saturday, March 21st. Get your tickets now at AmericanFlatTrack.com.
Welcome back to the Royal Enfield Daytona Short Track. Kicker AFT Singles Heat Race number 1. Right off the start, the 66 Logan Eisenhardt grabbed the whole shot. Jack Brooks is there, and also the 156 Jordan Bolak is there. Here comes the one of Drain. Drain was on the move, had to start deep in the field. He started picking them off one at a time. He catches up to the back tire of the 66 of Eisenhardt, but he slips on back a little bit, gets back up to second, but off of that final corner, Logan Eisenhardt will take the win, and Drain will finish second with Jordan Bolak in third. Kicker, singles, heat race number 2, Justin Jones on the inside, sat off on the 88. The first impressions, Husqvarna leads him in the first corner. They start stacking them up. One rider down, 2 riders down. We keep on going. Sadoff through the corners. Jones trying to catch up. Trevor Bruner's right there in the 21, but it'll be Chase Sadoff winning our second heat race.
Man, I've been wanting to get on a Husky for a while, and I'm finally on it, so let's see how it goes.
Your Heat 2 winner, number 88, Chase Sadoff.
Good job by Chase. Up next, we got the Royal Enfield. Let's take a look at our kicker AFT singles starting lineup. On that front row, it's Chase Sadoff on the 88, the 66 Logan Eisenhardt, 91 Justin Jones, Tom Drain on the number 1 back on the outside. Keep your eyes on the 21 of Bruner back there in that second row. Also the rookie Jack Brooks on the 113. And don't forget, the 156 Jordan Bolak was strong earlier today. That's a look at the AFT singles starting lineup. Before we fire up the engines, let's go trackside. Here's Christy Lee with our pre-race report.
All right, thanks again, Scotty. All night we've been buzzing about the different track conditions and how much they've changed throughout the day, from earlier today into the heat races and now into the main event. We saw some riders earlier not make any changes to their suspension, no big changes on that going into their heat races. Now I'm wondering, going into the main event, if they saw that the big track changes during those heat races will affect the main, and maybe they will be making some adjustments to the bikes. So we'll have to see how this race turns out. Scotty?
Thanks, Christy. All right, it's time for the rider intros for main event number 1 of the season in your kicker AFT singles class. Starting at the back row, the 83 using the provisional, the 83 bike from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, it's Braden Fanders. Starting at row number 4, the 278 from Brookfield, Massachusetts, it's Matty B. Land. Also back there is the 82 from Ramona, California, the Waters Auto Body KTM, that's Travis Pettin. Beside Pettin is the 31 from Raynham, Massachusetts on the Schaefer's KTM, that's Evan Kelleher. And also on that fourth row, the 277 from Cairo, Michigan, making his first main event, it's Aiden Savage. Row number 3 is the 41 on the last pick, it's Pine City, New York rider, that's Ryder Reese. Also back there's the 63 from Guilford, Indiana, Jared Lowe. On the 227 bike, making his first main event from Stockton, California, James R. Nyes. And the 75 is back there on that third row as well from Petaluma, California, 75, Terrence Santero. Row number 2, the 113 in his rookie debut. That's the first impressions, Husqvarna, Jack Brooks. The 28, Cage Tadman on the Turner Honda. 156, Jordan Bolak is back there on that row number 2 as well. He's from Quebec, Canada. And the 21, Blackjack Trevor Bruner from Aurora, Indiana. Now, the riders that have made it onto the front row, last pick on the front row will be the number 59, actually number 1 out here today. That's our defending champion. Make some noise for Tom Drain. Third pick on that front row. He's got the big number 91. He's won here before. He knows how to get around the racetrack. It's the number 91 from Holly, New York, the Fairway Ford, Chevy, GMC, Yamaha, Justin Jones. Second pick on that front row is all the way on the inside. He's on that number 66. KTM doing it for Eisenhardt Racing. Pags Power Sports from Bartow, Pennsylvania. Makes noise for Logan Eisenhardt. And your pole setter, the number 88 from Hillsboro, Illinois. First Impressions Racing Team, ABC Supply, Husqvarna, the 88. Chase Sadoff. That is your starting lineup. Make some noise for your kicker, AFT Singles main event. They'll put their helmets on and we'll go to work. This one is our first timed race of the evening. It is 6 minutes. After that 6-minute clock expires, Big P will show them 2 laps to go. 2 laps to round that Daytona flat track out here tonight. 17 riders because Braden Fander is using that provisional after not qualifying directly from a heat race or that last chance qualifier. So he's on the back on the OTB Yamaha. The mechanics will step away from those motorcycles after Big Pete tells them fire up. Track looks good. They put some more moisture down before we brought the bikes out. The front row, Eisenhart, Sadoff, Drain, and on the outside, that is Justin Jones, who won here back in 2015. Drain won here in 2024, the second night. That's the only two in this class that have won and put their names on the Daytona Short Track Trophy. Who is going to add their name? We're about to find out. They're going to give them one lap to check it out. The engines have all fired up. I like the bright yellow First Impressions bike. He's definitely easy to see out there. Eisenhart, this is a good chance to get a good practice start. Eisenhart, Sadoff, Drain, Jones on the outside. Here comes row number 2. Tadman jumped right up onto the groove immediately. The track's a lot different than it was when they were out there for their heat race. That's why they give them this siding lap. Kicker AFT Singles, first main event of the year. 6 minutes plus 2 laps. Will we see a rookie win? Will we see one of our veterans win? Will the defending champ win here again? So the only two that have won here before are the 1 and the 91. They're both on that front row. There is Justin Jones on the outside, the New York rider. The 1, Tom Drain. Kicker, AFT Singles main event number 1 down here at the Royal Enfield Daytona Flat Track. 6 minutes plus 2 laps. The board goes down. She's off the racetrack. The bikes go into gear. Green light and clutches are coming out. The 88 has the 66 on the inside. Here comes the outside, Justin Jones. They're trying to go 3 wide for the lead. Jones takes over the lead. Here comes Drain already up to second. They're scattering different directions back in the pack. Get them all sorted out. Leaders off of turn number 4 coming this way. It's Jones, Drain. Here comes Eisenhart, the 66 bike. And Sadoff deep in the field about 4th or 5th. He's trying to get things sorted out. Now he's in 4th. Here comes Bruner in 5th. 91 of Jones side by side. Eisenhart has been on it all day long. He goes around the 91. He goes a little bit too hard. He goes wide. He's still on the gas. Here comes Sadoff to thread the needle from 3rd to the lead. The 88 First Impressions Husqvarna. Sadoff has the lead, but opens up the door for Tom Drain. Drain and Sadoff have some history, especially right here at this racetrack. They've made contact before. How will they ride each other tonight? They both go wide. It's going to open up the door. Here comes the 91, and here comes the 66. Sadoff, the loser in that confrontation over there in turn number 2. Actually, that's turn number 4. It'll be Drain off at turn number 4. Turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Jones in second. Here comes Eisenhart, the 66. He is right there looking for his first ever win. Drain leads him off at turn number 4. Justin Jones pulls the front wheel, has to check up off the throttle. Drain now works the bottom of the racetrack. Sadoff trying to square up the corner, come up the inside, trying to get by and get back up to where he was earlier. Now we got 4th, Sadoff. 5th is Bruner. Bolak, the rookie, is up to 6th on the 156 bike. Drain continues to lead on the 1. Jones, Sadoff. Here comes Eisenhart. Eisenhart looking up the inside of Sadoff for 3rd place. Sadoff clears the 66 bike. He'll set his sights now on Justin Jones on the 91. The other rookie, Jack Brooks, is up to 8th place right now. Drain slips a little wide that time in turn number 4. Jones closes the gap. Last time by is 0.3 seconds between 1st and 2nd. It looks like Jones is coming on the 91. Just as I say that, he slips a little wide in turn number 2. Sadoff looks up the inside of the 91. Sadoff around the very bottom of the racetrack, riding all over the motorcycle, pulls the front wheel off of turn number 4. He's on the back tire. Justin Jones, he squares up the corner, trying to come up the inside. Sadoff clears Jones. He'll set his sights once again on Tom Drain. Whoa! Eisenhart rides the back straightaway wall, somehow keeps going the right direction. Using every bit of the racetrack out here in Daytona. Drain continues to lead. Sadoff now second. Jones is right there in third. Eisenhardt now. Here comes Bruner. Bruner starts showing a little pressure onto the 66 of Eisenhardt. Eisenhardt trying to go by Jones. He's on the inside. That's the shortest way around. Eisenhardt moves into third. He's trying to bring with him Trevor Bruner. Bruner right there still in that 5th position. They're all chasing Tom Drain, the last year's champion. That's why he's got that #1 plate. Here's a look at the replay. Watch the 88 going wide up against the back wall, and the 66 went way too wide and up both wheels off the ground. Right behind him is got to be Bruner's like, man, I'm glad you saved it. Halfway flags are out. 3 minutes down, 3 minutes left here at Daytona. Bruner really working the front end, gets up the inside of Eisenhardt in the 66 bike, not able to make the pass. That is for 3rd place. It is Drain, Sadoff. This is 3rd and 4th. Eisenhardt, and here comes Bruner really sending it on the 21 bike. Trying to get by. Justin Jones is slid back to 5th just a little bit. He's all over the racetrack. We got a red flag in the air. The red wheel and lights are on. That will stack the pack back up together. So the lead is all gone. Looked like possibly, I think I might saw 113 or 28, maybe Tadman. Actually, a couple bikes are together over here. The 75 is Santero and the 28 of Tadman, both going down. They're both trying to get tended to right now. So Santero and the 28, looks like they're over there in 3 and 4. And the red flag is out. Everybody, including myself, get to catch your breath right now. So Santero's already made his bike back to the pit area. Looks like he's okay. And Tadman, he's up on one knee. He's trying to gather his thoughts. The Daytona International Speedway. He's up and on his feet, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for him. Both of them going down. Both of them are up and getting checked out. They told the riders meeting if you go down and cause a restart, the paramedics have to look you over and give you a little check right there to make sure you're good to go. So you can't leave until that paramedic says you're good. There's a thumbs up right there for the paramedics. So Cage Tadman will head back over to his motorcycle and see if his motorcycle is all right to continue on. If they can continue on, the 75 and 28 will go back to that penalty, or way at the very back of the lineup. And now with 17 bikes out there, they're going to be putting everybody way in front of them. It's a good chance for a couple riders to catch their breath and refocus. The 88 Sadoff's in the lead. This is good for, I think, for Justin Jones. He had the lead early on and, really started slipping back a little bit. Looked like he had his hands full. You're not allowed to work on your motorcycle. I do see at least one rider is either switching helmets or adding new tear-offs. I believe that might be actually Tadman. They're trying to, compress his airbag suit that has inflated. And he might be switching helmets or even maybe putting a different lens on or maybe just add some more tear-offs. So good news is our riders are both up and going to be able to continue on. First main event of the season for the Kicker AFT singles class. Our friends with Kicker over there outside turn number 3 area, right by the in the vendor row. Stop by and get some. I think they got some lanyards and some other free stuff over there, and all the latest and greatest from Kicker Performance Audio, the title sponsor of the singles class. Everybody's sorting things out over here. Again, not allowed to work on the bikes. You can see Chad Coast talking to Justin Jones. Those two are really good friends. Ridden together for quite a bit. Like they're adjusting the left foot peg on that 75 bike, maybe making a little tune up to it. If you go down, usually that foot peg gets full of dirt and it's not able to go up and down as well as it did before. Also, we will revert back 1 lap. So we'll revert back 1 lap before that red flag came out of a staggered start, the first staggered start of the night. You can see Chad Coase actually even helping Justin Jones put his new shield on his helmet and new tear-offs, and that's what our sport's all about. It's a big family, that's for sure. So Chad Coase doing Chad Coase things, helping out. It's like 5 3-digit numbers making the main event, including Jack Brooks making his first ever main event. Jordan Bolak did. James R. Nyes, his uncle used to be national number 27. R. Nyes from California, he's made his first main event. Matty B. Land, Colby figured out he made one before earlier in his career, and he's made his second one, at least his second one, we know at least. And Aiden Savage, the 277, the bike that got hot earlier in that last chance qualifier, is also made his first main event. Oh, we're getting closer. Having some timing scoring up here in the booth. We'll do this all again tomorrow. Gates open at 3 o'clock for you fans. That's also when practice gets started out here today. Tomorrow will be a Mission Triple Challenge for the Mission Riders. They'll run 3 main events. The rest of the classes run their normal program, but the Mission Super Twins will run 3 main events, a 10-lapper, a 15-lapper, and a 20-lapper. You add points from all 3, and that's how you get the overall. So the mechanics are coming to the corral in the middle. That means we're getting closer to firing them back up. Reset. Finish it off. I know we were past the halfway point just a little while ago. You can see Maddie Beland giving a little fist pump from somebody out there. Maybe they may have made a little contact earlier. Maybe saying, hey, forgive me now because I might do it again. Santero, Tadman going to the back row. They got to do it the hard way now. Basically, they need to see if they can pass as many people as they can to salvage as many points as they can. Remember, Tadman missed the first couple of rounds last year, wasn't here. Drain continues to lead. He's on the Estenson Racing number 1. He's at the point. There's Chase Sadoff looking over the backside of that number 1. Just wants to see what's his secret. What's he doing? What's he trying? Sadoff on the 88. I love the bright yellow out there, new colors. Third starter is the one of the heat race winners, Logan Eisenhard, the 66. Behind him is the 21, Trevor Bruner. Bruner taking a look back. They don't want to start getting too excited until all those bikes are staged up, and that's when they'll start getting more serious, put the bikes in gear, put their shields down. You see Eisenhard actually has a tear-off handle on each side, so when he gets that last one, there's probably one that he can reach up and grab kind of crossways. Some riders do that when they get all the way to the end. We've cleaned up the incident with the 75 of Santero, the 28 of Tadman. We're getting ready to get back to the action with the kicker AFT singles main event with Drain at the point. Sadoff right behind him. 66 of Eisenhard, 21 of Bruner, 91 of Jones. Here we go, restart. At Daytona. Light is green. Drain will lead him off the starting line. Sadoff is right there. Here comes one rider way around the outside. That'll be Jones. Jones trying to get back towards the front where he started. Bruner's right there looking up the inside for third. Down the back straightaway. Sadoff trying to get by Drain, and does. New leader, the 88, Chase Sadoff from the First Impressions team, goes to the lead. Put Drain back to second. Now Drain shoves it up the inside. Here comes Bruner now up to third. Bruner on the 21 bike's making his way towards the front. Jack Brooks is coming to the 113 bike as well. The rookie is marching towards the front, bringing with him Dominic Bolak, the 156. Sadoff and Drain. Bruner in third, Jones in fourth. Here comes Jack Brooks, the 113, gets by Justin Jones. He moves into fourth place. First Impressions, first and fourth right now. Onto the front straightaway. Sadoff, about 1:45 left, plus 2 laps. That's an eternity around this racetrack. Sadoff really has a little different line. Bobbles right there. He's going to open up the door. Here comes the one of Drain. Drain closes the gap. Not able to make the pass just yet, so it's Sadoff, Drain, Bruner, Brooks, Eisenhard to slip back to fifth. Drain is not done yet. He's putting in some really quick laps. He's working the inside of the racetrack. Sadoff makes one little bobble right there in turns 1 and 2. Sadoff and Drain. Here comes Bruner. So it's Husqvarna, Yamaha, Husqvarna back there in fourth with that KTM in fifth. About 1 minute and 2 laps remaining. Sadoff, Drain. Here comes Bruner, starting to apply the pressure on the one bike of Drain. Got to get a little bit better drive, maybe shove it up the inside and make the pass, or square it up and go high to low and make that pass happen. Clock is winding down. Here at the Daytona flat track. Sadoff, Drain. Now Bruner's right there. So is the rookie, Jack Brooks, in fourth. 4 riders have broken away from everybody else. Sadoff continues to lead. Gets a little western right there in turn number 4. Here comes Drain. Drain downshifts a couple of times going into 1 to help him slow down. He squirts it up the inside. Sadoff trying to square up the corner and come back on the inside. It'll be a drag race into 3. Sadoff is right there. He's looking up the inside. Drain back out in front. Here comes Sadoff, an excellent turn 4. They almost touch in the middle of that straightaway. Sadoff looking for a way up the inside. He'll square up the corner once again. It's still Drain, Sadoff, Bruner, and the rookie Jack Brooks in 4th. Now Eisenhardt goes back to 5th. Now back to 6th. Wow, Sadoff gets a little crazy over there. The clock has expired. 2 laps to go for Tom Drain. Drain won here in 2024, looking for his 2nd Daytona flat track win on the Estenson Yamaha. Sadoff looks like he may have lost a little bit of time in that last lap. Here's the white flag, 1 lap to go. It's the one bike. Bruner trying to get up there and get 2nd. Drain off of turn 2, slips a little bit wide, no problem. He's got plenty of breathing room now. The battle's for 2nd place. Off the final corner on the front straightaway from Australia, Tom Drain wins at Daytona again. Sadoff 2nd, Bruner 3rd. The rookie Jack Brooks is 4th, and here comes the rest of the gang. Little fist bump right there by the 1, the 88. That's good to see because they've squared it off a couple times on the racetrack. So Drain looked like he's pretty pumped up about it. Bruner on his new team gets a podium finish, and here comes the rest of them going back to the pit area. Crowd's fired up down there. Winner stops by and picks up Dustin to take that victory lap. Good move right there. And here comes that VP Fuel Racing Fuels checkered flag. And there he is. Daytona, make some noise for your winner. The bomber, Tom Drain, pulled it out near the end, about 5 laps to go. Got the pass on the 88. 1 little mistake, that's all it takes. Drain's 2nd win at the Daytona Flat Track, and that is his 20th career win, moving into 2nd on the all-time Kicker AFT Singles Class winner list behind Cody Cobb. There's some cowbells down there. They're having some fun in the crowd tonight. Drain will put his bike right in the middle of those kicker speakers. Time to take a look at our results. Tom Drain by 0.393 seconds is your winner. Chase Sadoff is 2nd. 3rd is the 21 of Trevor Bruner. 4th is the rookie Jack Brooks. And 5th is Logan Eisenhardt, Jones, Bolak, Fanders, Tadman, and Reese rounding out your top 10. It's time to go down to the podium with our winner, Tom Drain.
All right, Tom, a little winded after that race, and we can all understand why. Great performance out there. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. That was an awesome race. The restart, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I got a decent start, but Chase put up a hell of a battle, and we were battling it out there for a bit, and then it was good to get the win.
Great start to the season. Great start going into tomorrow's racing.
Yeah, for sure. It was a great way to start the season with a win, and couldn't do it without my whole Estenson Racing, Monster Energy Yamaha team. They put in an awesome effort over the off-season, and we're here to do the job.
Have a feeling we're going to see you on top of the box a lot this year. Scotty?
Great ride by the one bike. The 88 makes that one bobble right there on the screen. He slipped a little bit wide in 1 and 2, and then the one bike just took advantage of it, and he would set sail and go off to win his 2nd Daytona Flat Track. Tom Drain winning night number 1. Christie is with our 2nd place rider, the 88, Chase Sadoff.
Chase, the type of racing that we all come to see here at Daytona. I know you wanted that win, of course. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, that was a battle. Hats off to Tom. That was a really good race. Yeah, the track started to kind of deteriorate there towards the end, and at the beginning it was just the slide job show, but it was a really fun race, and I can't thank the team enough. Eric Hoyt and Andrew Butler. Andrew's been working his butt off all day today, and yeah, I'd like to thank all my sponsors, you know, for getting me here, and you know, I'm hoping to come back tomorrow. But yeah, thank you to Henson and all the other people, Helmet House, everybody that helps me out. I can't think of everybody right now, but I'll get it down, and hopefully I'll be talking to you again tomorrow.
You got this, you got this. What did you learn tonight that's going to help you the most tomorrow?
Yeah, I think we learned some stuff with the suspension. We really didn't touch anything all day. We kind of just got the bike out of the truck, and the this is like my 3rd or 4th ride on this bike, so I'm pretty happy with how we ended up tonight. So hopefully we can make some changes tomorrow and come back and be even better.
All right, congrats to your 2nd place finisher tonight.
Sadov had a good run, moving back to the first, or going to the first impressions team, jumping back on a Husqvarna where he grew up on. So he's just getting used to this motorcycle, and they're just going to get better as the season goes on. He led some laps and almost got the win. Another rider that switched teams is the 3rd place rider, the 21 of Trevor Bruner, and Trevor is with Christy Lee.
Lots of position changes, lots of action out there. Tell us about your race.
It started off pretty well. Got a decent jump, and I had to wait a little while for the tire to come in, and we're just kind of slipping and sliding around, and then finally, just right before that red flag, we actually really found our groove and started making some spots. So, that red flag actually kind of helped us a little bit. We can kind of go back, regroup, and see if we can set a charge for the front. We kind of got up on their tails. Chase and Tom, they were riding phenomenal. And, they got to battle with each other for a little while, and I thought I was going to be able to capitalize, but just wasn't able to pull it off. But all in all, I think it's a really great start to the season, and I can't thank everybody enough. March Equipment, KMA Racing, Arai, SNS, Roof Systems, Hoffer Performance, Brander Racing Engines, R9 Designs. Everybody that throws a little hand in this is greatly appreciated. These privateer teams, it gets a little expensive, so everybody that throws in is greatly appreciated, and we're going to see if we can keep it rolling in tomorrow.
Setting the tone for night 2 and the beginning of the 2026 season, rounding out the box, number 21 of Trevor Bruner.
Time to take a look at our kicker AFT singles point standings right now. With that win, Tom Drain is our points leader. 2nd is Sadov. 3rd is the 21 of Trevor Bruner. 4th is the rookie, Jack Brooks. When we come back to Daytona, Mission Super Twins main event is next. Welcome back to the Royal Enfield Daytona Short Track. Now with the pre-race report, here's Christy Lee.
All right, thanks, Scotty. Let's talk about some of the riders to watch in this upcoming race. You know that I'm going to mention the defending champion, #1, Dallas Daniels, of course, with a strong performance in the heat race leading up to tonight. Got to keep an eye on him. Let's talk about the number 44 of Brandon Robinson, ending up in the LCQ race, fighting strong to land a spot in tonight's race. Also, I expect to see something from him. We got to talk about entrant Sammy Halbert, the short track specialist. That's a dark horse that we might want to watch out for as well. And we have to talk about Cody Kopp also with his debut in the Super Twins class. So a couple riders to keep an eye on throughout tonight's race. Scotty?
Thanks, Christy. It's going to be a great race. It's a Mission AFT Super Twins main event. It is 8 minutes plus 2 laps. The riders are picking their spots right now. In just a moment, we'll have our rider introductions. Some last-minute adjustments to some of those motorcycles as they pull up to that starting line. 8 minutes plus 2 laps. All right, it's time for our starting lineup for your Mission AFT Super Twins. Starting at the tail of the field, the number 14. He comes from Gap, Pennsylvania on the KTM. It's the freight train, Logan McGrain. Third pick on that fourth row, the 24. He is on the First Impressions KTM from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. 24, Hunter Bauer. The 44, former winner out here on a single and on a twin from Oxford, Pennsylvania. The 44 is Brandon Robinson. And the first pick on that fourth row on the 49 bike from Fremont, California is the Parker Racing Pro Roofing Yamaha, Chad Coase. Row number 3, it's the 25 from Holly, Michigan, the Rackley Racing KTM, Ben Lau. The 79 making his debut out here on an Aprilia. He's doing it for Parts Bros and D&D Cycle. The 79, Dalton Gauthier. 62 from Warrington, Pennsylvania, the Memphis Shade Suzuki, it's Dan Bromley. And the first pick on that third row, the 67 bike from Warren, Oregon, Rackley Racing, Bob Lanfear's BMC Racing KTM, the 67 Davis Fisher. Row number 2, the last pick on that second row from Coatesville, Pennsylvania, it's the Fredericktown Yamaha, the 34th Cam Smith. Making his debut on a Royal Enfield, the 95 bike, that is the Kinzers, Pennsylvania rider, the Moto Anatomy X Royal Enfield, 95 Evan Renshaw. The two-time champ is up next from Salinas, California, it's the Rick Ware Racing entry, the number 3 of Briar Bauman. First pick on that second row from Wynn, Michigan, the J&M Logging Kawasaki 911 Henry Wiles. And now the riders on the front row. Last pick on the front row. He's got the number 1 plate. He's our defending champion. That is the rider from Mattoon, Illinois, Estenson Racing, Yamaha Racing, Monster Energy Yamaha, Dallas Daniels. Third pick on that front row is the 69 bike. Short track specialist from Graham, Washington. It's the Martin Trucking OnlyFans Castro Oil Yamaha. The 69, the slammer, Sammy Halbert. Second pick on that front row, it's the 48 bike from Guilford, Indiana. He's on the American Honda CB750 Hornet. Number 48, Trent Lowe. And on the pole in his rookie debut from Micah, Washington, it's the latest Motors Harley-Davidson entry. The number 12, it's Hot Rod Cody Kopp. That are all 16 riders that have qualified for tonight's main event. Daytona, make some noise, let them hear you. They're about to fire them up and go to work. No rookie has ever won in their series debut. Cody Kopp is trying to make history. The fastest anybody's ever done it in American Flat Track was night number 2, and it was his former boss who he rode for last year, Kenny Roberts, and also Ricky Winsett, who did it down here in Daytona. So 2 riders have won it in their second night. Cody Kopp trying to be the first to win in their series debut. Big P's going to show them. We're going to get 2 laps to check out the racetrack, 2 sighting laps. For the final race of the night, Mission Super Twins. Nice launch by the 12 bike. You get 2 laps and get a good practice start under your belt. Big P waving him on. Raymond Rizzo is too. Looks like the groove has definitely gotten wider out there on the racetrack. There's a lot of rubber down low. There's a little bit of rubber just 1 lane ahead. Harley-Davidson, Honda, Yamaha on the front row. Kawasaki, a Royal Enfield, also back there on that second row. KTM, Suzuki, Aprilia on that third row. Yamaha, Harleys, and some more KTMs on that fourth row. So a lot of different brands out here in Progressive Progressive American Flat Track Mission AFT Super Twins class. Eight minutes plus 2 laps. After that time expires, it will show them the furled white and the furled green. That will mean 2 laps to go. Kopp pulling up to the inside. Trent Lowe, Dallas Daniels, Sammy Halbert. There's Sammy on the outside, the 69 bike. There is the one of Dallas Daniels, Estenson Racing, Yamaha Racing entry. The 48, Trent Lowe on the Honda. And the last bike on the front row on the inside, our heat race winner, our Mission Challenge winner, the 12 bike, Cody Kopp. The 10-second board is up. Mission AFT Super Twins main event, night number 1 here at Daytona. The board goes down sideways. The bikes are in gear. Their shields are locked in. Light is green. We're racing in Daytona. The 12, Cody Kopp grabs the whole shot. Dallas Daniels already slides into second. That'll put Trent Lowe in third. Now Henry Wiles up the inside trying to take over third on the 911 Kawasaki. They'll blaze down the back straightaway. Kopp, one rider down at the end of the straightaway. That's the 3 of Briar Bauman. He's underneath that motorcycle. Kopp will lead him to the finish line. Double green flags are out. Now the red wheel and lights are on. We'll shut him down and do it again. Briar Bauman, our 2-time champ, was down at the end of the back straightaway, got trapped underneath his motorcycle. He's out from underneath it, but that's going to put him way at the back of the pack if he can restart this one. He's looking around, not sure if he's looking to see who helped cause the incident or not, but he's trying to put that bike in gear. We'll do a replay. This is off of turn number 2. They'll go down the back straightaway. Briar's in the middle. He's up against the wall. Bromley slips wide, and Briar rides the wall. He's trying to hang on to it and slid down, and luckily right there, everybody misses him. He's kind of tucked in small, trying to get underneath that motorcycle. So again, Bromley pulls the front wheel, goes up the racetrack, and that catches Briar's front wheel, possibly maybe a little bit. It's hard to see from that side, but Briar rode his steel shoe on his left boot down that long back straightaway as long as he could, and then gets tagged and gets underneath that motorcycle. So they're taking that motorcycle back to the hot and the cold box. The paramedics are checking over the 3 bike, who's trying to let everybody know that bike is on top of him. His left foot is underneath there, so he'll be sore tomorrow. That looks like the paramedics gave him the okay, gave him a thumbs up, and Briar's walking back to his motorcycle. Dave McGrath is there just checking on him. Brian Bigelow is looking at that bike, and you see the disappointment on the face of the 3 bike. It wasn't his fault. It just kind of runs out of real estate, and Bromley's front wheel came up, and it picked him up and towards the back straightaway wall, and unfortunately Briar was right there and hung on to it as long as he could. Just rode that. There's a little bit of dirt built up against that back straightaway wall. He rode that dirt wall as long as he could and ended up going down. Be a complete restart in this one. They'll put the 3 bike at the back row, so back there on that 5th row, so he's got a long ways to go. Putting his helmet back on. Looks like he's going to be able to make the restart. They're going to try to squeeze that airbag suit just a little bit, kind of deflate it just a little bit so he can breathe. I think the airbag suit definitely helped him right there in that spot, because, you know, when you land at full song on a straightaway, that's when it hurts. So, you know, the airbag suit inflated before he hit the ground. Now they're taking a look at his lens right now, and Connolly's there, and Brian Bigelow's there, and the bikes start rolling. Kopp had a good hole shot, but Dallas Daniels had something for him as they came off of turn number 4, so we'll see. It's going to be a long race. So Briar gets up onto the back straightaway wall right here and gets kind of collected. Maybe the 62 kind of pinches him into the wall. Not his fault, but Briar has been picked up. He's ready to go. He'll join at the back of the pack. So the wreck has been cleaned up. Now let's get this thing started for real. Here's one more look at it. The Briar right in the middle of the screen going down. Everybody does a great job not making contact with them. Restart, mission, Super Twins. Red light comes on. Somebody was rolling forward, it looked like. We'll see who's in trouble. Cody Kopp is putting his hands up. He's trying to get his bike started, and now he's good to go. And they're circling around Briar. Not sure if he jumped the start or started creeping forward. Sometimes the clutches get hot on those Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Restart, mission, Super Twins. Briar at the tail of the field. Cody Kopp off the starting line, gets a little wheel spin. Dallas Daniels goes to the outside. Trent Lowe slides into second. Dallas Daniels trying to get him off of turn number 2. It'll be Trent Lowe coming up the inside, but now Kopp will lead him down the back straightaway. Trent Lowe's up to second. Dallas Daniels in third. They're getting them all sorted out. 16 of the best riders in the world. Here they come. Trent Lowe going after the 12 bike. Now Dallas Daniels slides into third. It is Kopp, Lowe, Daniels, Halbert back there in fourth. Lowe's already reaching up, grabbing some tear-offs. Here comes Sammy Halbert marching his way to the front. Look, the line's a lot higher than it was for the AFT singles class. Cody Kopp in the lead. Trent Lowe's going up there a little bit higher. Now Dallas slides up to the high line as well. Sammy Halbert's coming right along with them. A pair of Yamahas battling for third and fourth. Sammy has nothing to lose. He's going for it. He gets back in line. It is Cody Kopp in the lead on the 12 Harley-Davidson out in front of the Honda, and then 2 Yamahas. Third and fourth, that Kawasaki Wilds back there in the 5th position. Here's Cody Kopp sideways, feet on the pegs, twisting the throttle on this Harley-Davidson down the back straightaway. Daniels not able to make any charge just yet. Maybe he's waiting, maybe he's being patient, seeing if the 48 will make a mistake. I don't think you can wait too long. The 12 bike trying to sneak away. Cody Kopp, last time by, was out front by 0.5 seconds over Trent Lowe. Wild slips wide down there in turn number 2, loses the groove. Davis Fisher's on the move on the 67 KTM. It is Kopp out in front. The lead about the same, about 0.6 seconds now between first and second. The line is going about to the middle of the racetrack down here, both corners now. Almost 0.7 seconds between first and second last time by. Sammy Halbert trying to put a little bit of charge on. Dallas Daniels looks like he's getting gapped by a little bit by the 48. Dallas goes to the very bottom of the racetrack, searching for some moisture. Now drifts up a little bit higher, trying some different lines. That's what you have to do to try to make your way towards the front. They're all chasing the 12 of Cody Kopp, trying to make history here tonight at Daytona. Trent Lowe second. Dallas Daniels again going in lower than the groove in turn number 1, and now trying to drift up just a little bit, trying to arc the corner. Now make that back straightaway longer. Kopp pulling away. Dallas Daniels, that low line is working. He's closed in on Trent Lowe. He's going to make the pass right here. Maybe he's just waiting for that tire to warm up a little bit. He gets back in line. He's going in lower than anybody else is Dallas Daniels. He's got the pass made. He'll slip wide. Trent Lowe will get that Honda Hornet pointing the right direction. He goes back up the inside. Lowe goes back to second. Now he's going to try to hold the inside line. Oh, he gets up out of the saddle. That's going to open up the door for the 1 bike at least. Daniels goes by. Look at Trent Lowe retaliate down into turn number 1. Trent's trying to get it pointed in the right direction. Sammy Halbert is right there just in case these two get into it. 1.8 seconds the distance between Kopp and Daniels now. So Kopp's got a little bit more breathing room. Don't think he knows just how big his lead is right now. Daniels continues to go in under the groove in turn number 1, then drift wide. This time he comes off in turn number 2 really wide. So does Sammy Halbert on that 69 Yamaha. 1.7 seconds. Here's a look at the replay. The 1 and the 48. Here's where the 48 hits a little bump right. You can see that back tire squat, and he gets it sideways, and it really almost steps around. It sits him straight up in the saddle. Dallas does a good job by not hitting him, but he made the pass and then puts himself into second position. Trent Lowe still in third. Sammy Halbert right now in that 4th position. Henry Wiles now up to 5th. Fisher's gone back to 6th. So Wiles marching himself towards the front. The veteran. Been down here 25 times in his career. Kopp out front now by 1.4 seconds. It was 1.7, now it's 1.4. So Daniels chipping away at the lead. Halfway flags are out. 4 minutes down, 4 minutes and 2 laps remaining here at Daytona Flat Track. I think Kopp just took a look over his shoulder for the first time. 1.1 seconds, 1.19 seconds. Daniels is coming. Daniels has won here 4 of the last 5 years. And he's maybe just pacing himself a little bit. Daniels has the fastest lap of the race, a 1:8.515. Cody Kopp, last time by, 1:8.598. That was his fastest lap. Cody Kopp put in his fastest lap the last time by, but the 1 bike is closing. The 12 looks over his shoulder. Cody Kopp knows who is there. Will he let that affect the way he's riding? It doesn't look like it. Using the edge of the cushion to shoot down the back straightaway. Kopp and Daniels. Will lap traffic be a factor? Doesn't look like they're close enough to any just yet. Kopp again takes a look over that shoulder. 3 minutes and 2 laps to go. What Kopp doesn't know is what Dallas is doing going into the corners. He just has to rely on what feels good. Dallas Daniels, on the other hand, he has something to judge off of. He knows if he's gaining time or losing time by going in so low and then drifting wide. Kopp is still looking back. Under a second between first and second. Here's a look at Breyer, who started at the back of the pack. Robinson also started in the 4th row. They're back there in 8th and 9th, respectively. Breyer, he wants this championship. He needs to get as many points as he can. He's trying to get by the 44. He squares up the corner on the Rick Ware racing bike, trying to get by the Mission Harley Davidson of the 44. Robinson in 8th. Our championship contenders. There goes the 24, down 1 lap. Daniels is on the, almost could see the back tire of the 12 bike. So 1 rider has gone a lap down. That's Hunter Bauer. No problem. Didn't seem like it slowed down the leaders. Just over 2 minutes and 2 laps remaining. Cody Kopp trying to make history to win the first ever main event in your debut in Progressive American Flat Track. It's never been done. Kopp in the lead. Daniels about a half a second behind now, and now it looks like he's even closer. Here comes the 1 bike. Still, Daniels goes in really, really low. This time, Cody Kopp goes in low, so he's searching around, maybe looking for that way through. Trying to find a faster way. Exactly a half a second last time by. 1:30 and 2 laps remaining for Cody Kopp. On the latest motors, Harley Davidson. George Latest is here. Cody's dad, Smoking Joe Kopp, helping out in the pits. He said the kid is ready. And it looks like it. There are lap riders ahead. Right foot comes off the foot peg for the 12 bike. We're going to have some lap riders real soon. 1 minute and 2 laps remaining for Cody Kopp. Here comes Dallas Daniels. Cam Smith gets out of the way. Now he'll get back in line. He's 1 lap down. Kopp on the 12 bike is the leader. Looked like he's sliding right there on that left steel shoe a lot. Wiles has got up to 4th, gets by Halbert. Here comes the 1 bike. Lap riders fighting for position just ahead of them. Kopp and Daniels. Who's going to win it? Now, Kopp's got a lot of wheel chatter. Watch that back wheels bouncing up and down a lot. Trying to get by Chad Coase. Chad will pull wide and let the 12 go up the inside. More lap riders battling for position just ahead of them, including the 1 and the 14 and the 95. Holding up the traffic. Here they come. They're battling for position. The 1 is right there. Can sense the wind. Kopp knows he's there. 17 seconds and 2 laps remaining. McGrain gets out of the way. Trying to get by the 95 of Renshaw. 12 trying to get through. Renshaw's kind of holding up the line. Now Kopp's going to go look up the high side. Trying to get by Renshaw. Here comes the 1. Now the 12 up the inside. Renshaw lap down. 2 laps to go. Kopp trying to win his first ever race. Dallas trying to stay consistent down here in Daytona. Next time by, the white flag's gonna come out. More wheel chatter going into 3. Here comes the white flag. Here comes the 12 Harley Davidson. 1 lap to go for history at Daytona. Cody Kopp trying to hold off the defending champion. Red flag is out. I see red lights. There's the red lights. Oh no, we're gonna stack them up. They got to the white flag. I don't see who's down, but that is the Trent Lowe throws it down while running 3rd. And he is smoking. That thing may have blown up. There's oil, or there's engine oil on the ground. So that thing let go. He said it's on fire. I read his lips right there. So he said, help, get somebody over here. He's gonna lay it back down and walk away from it. Man, there it is on fire right there. It's coming out the tailpipe. Safety crews headed that way. There, the fire went out by itself, but that thing let go. And they usually run fastest before they let go. That's what they've said throughout the history of our sport. But safety crew is there, but Trent's not sure it's out. I think it's just smoking out of the tailpipe right now, Trent. I think it's okay. But that bike, there's engine oil underneath it, so I think that you probably put a hole in the case or something. But it was on fire for just a moment, and it is out. The fire is out, so it was coming out of the tailpipe. Probably put a hole in the engine case, I would assume, from way up here, and they're actually spraying some extinguisher on the engine right now. So evidently it did put a hole in the case. And there's the fire coming out the tailpipe the other side. They'll spray some fire extinguisher down the tailpipe. Well, that engine oil is extremely hot when it gets on that metal, so they're soaking it down now, so that thing hopefully won't catch back fire. They'd seen the white flags. We'll have to figure out what timing and scoring is going to do with this one, but unfortunate for the 48 bike. Gonna have to push that one back. The back end is locked up. Either that or it's still in gear. Steve Moorhead is there to try to put that thing in neutral. Be careful, it's probably hot down there, Steve. I don't think he got into the air fence. He just, I think it locked up and slid him up to the deep stuff. Trying to get it in neutral. Try to get that track cleared off. How about Cody Kopp leading so many laps, but the lead at the last time by was 0.15 seconds. They're going to carry that bike off the racetrack. That thing is definitely locked up. That guy's going to get the Strong Man of the Night award right there. Or as walking as fast as he can, that guy's trying to keep up. Yeah, put your hands together for that hard worker right there. Man. Ooh, he's stronger than me. We're checking them out, trying to figure out what they're going to do. Thought I saw the white flag out, so I think Cody Kopp got the white flag, but it's hard to speculate from up here. So tough break for the 48. Trent Lowe, that Honda Hornet. There's Nick Henderson, one of the. That's not Nick, that's a different. That might be Steve Beatty. It's hard to tell who that is. And also Randy Triplett down there, former National number 28 rider, part of that crew. They're trying to find neutral and see if they can get it pushed, but I think that back end is locked up. I believe they were coming to the white flag. It just depends on if the leader got the white flag or not, according to the rule book. I think you might have to put that thing on a trailer. So getting the mess cleared up over here in turns 1 and 2, trying to figure out if we're going to race or we're calling. It looks like Big P is actually putting the stripes down, so I believe we'll have a restart. Last time by, Cody Kopp was in the lead. Dallas Daniels was in second. Trent Lowe was in third. That'll put Henry Wiles up 1 position to third. Sammy Halbert was in fifth, so he'll go up to fourth. Davis Fisher, Brandon Robinson, and Briar Bauman marching their way from the back. They'll be in 6th and 7th now. Dan Brownlee being 8th, Ben Loud, Dalton Gauthier, Evan Renshaw, Logan McGrain, Chad Coast, Cam Smith, and Hunter Bauer. That's what's on our screen here in the announcer's booth. They are just going to push that bike back to the pit area. So it does look like they're putting the stripes down so we can restart this one. On your way out, be sure to stop by, grab your brand new Progressive American Flat Track t-shirt, Daytona Flat Track shirts. It is the Royal Enfield Daytona Flat Track, Daytona Short Track round number 1 here tonight. We'll do it again tomorrow night. Tomorrow, these Mission Super Twins will actually go 3 main events. They have a 10-lap main event, a 15-lap main event, and a 20-lap main event. So a little different format for the Mission Super Twins tomorrow night. We'll also have the singles, adventure trackers, and I believe street trackers are tomorrow night too, if I'm not mistaken. You folks are coming back out here. Gates are at 3. That's when practice starts. And then opening ceremonies tomorrow night at 7, just like tonight out here. We do have the open pit area. That's from 5 o'clock until 7 o'clock for you to go down there and meet your favorite rider, get an autograph. Some of the teams have the leaf blowers going on the radiator right here, trying to keep those bikes cool as they can. Not allowed to work on the bikes, though, unless you were involved in the incident. If you do work on the bikes, go to that back row. Nice march through the field by the 3 and the 44 coming from the back row. Again, the 44 coming from that last chance qualifier started in that 4th row, and Breyer, who went down early, started on the 5th row, and they're marching their way through the field. On my timing sheet, it looks like they'll be in 6th and 7th. This restart could be very good for both of those two riders. Henry Wiles will be up there in that 3rd position as Trent Lowe is done for the night in this class, in this main event for sure. Chris Carr is headed back over there to talk to the riders. He'll let them know when to fire them up. Riders don't have their helmets on just yet, so the track is not quite ready to go. I'm sure they're cleaning up the mess over here outside turn number 1. The race has been deemed over because they went by and completed and got the white flag lap, so that race is been called official. Cody Kopp makes history here tonight, winning on his first ever attempt. Nobody in our sport's ever done that before. So let's take a look at the rule book. It says, should a race be stopped after the leader has taken the white flag, the race will be deemed complete and will not be restarted. That is per the AFT rule book. So Cody Kopp winning in his season debut. Nobody has ever done that in our sport, so we just saw history out here tonight. There's Smoking Joe Kopp giving hugs. So we'll get him to celebrate a little bit. Doesn't have his helmet on, and Logan McGrain's giving him a big hug out there. The 12 bike will be our winner. It's Cody Kopp. Dallas Daniels is second, 9-11. Henry Wiles gets another podium out here tonight. Not bad for the old man. Cody Kopp, who's going to get that victory lap? Here comes Dad. There goes Jerry Stinchfield to give him congratulations. They're firing it back up. There he is. We just saw history, ladies and gentlemen. Cody Kopp winning in his debut in the Mission Super Twins class. He'll get that VP checkered flag. That's his dad, Smoking Joe Kopp, on the back. They had the same sponsors, Latest Motors, both sponsored Joe and now sponsoring Cody on that Harley Davidson. Smoking Joe Kopp won a lot of races on a Harley Davidson. Now Cody Kopp has won his first attempt out here at the Royal Enfield Daytona Short Track. Podium interviews coming up. If you folks are heading out, please be careful, and we'll hopefully see you all tomorrow night. But we got to hand out some hardware and pop some champagne before we say goodnight down here from this World Center of Racing. Here comes the 12. There's Dave Zanotti, Michelle DeSalvo's there, Dee Kopp is there, and Cody's girlfriend is on hand. What a great night. There's Michelle to grab that motorcycle. Hats off to Dallas Daniels, caught him near the end. It would have been a great restart, but again, they took the white flag, and they do not have to restart according to that rule book. So we'll talk to these top 3 here in just a moment. Jared Meese congratulating Cody Kopp, and hugs around from everybody down there. Never been done before in our sport. Raced here last year, won in the singles class both nights, and went road racing for King Kenny Roberts. Now he's back on the dirt, and now he's back on top of the box. Christy Lee is with our winner.
All right, thank you, Scotty. A lot to wrangle you up down here on the podium. Obviously a very exciting moment for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I've dreamed of this since I was 5 years old and knew what flat track racing really was and understood it. And by no means is that how I want to win my first national, though. I want to come back tomorrow night and prove it with an actual checkered flag. Dallas kept me honest, man. Like, it's no joke racing against him. I haven't raced against him really since my rookie year, and I know the task at hand, or I'm starting to learn it because I know he's a real challenge out there for sure. And no, I just want to give a huge hats off to my team. Latest Motors Racing, George Latest. He's been the longest supporter of my career, and to get my first really big national win with him is huge. My whole family's here. Everybody's a part of this program. Bob Lamphere, Service Pro. Dave and Michelle, I mean, it's like a dream to get to work for or ride for them and feel what they can do to a motorcycle. And my whole family, I mean, mom, dad, sister, girlfriend's here. This is pretty surreal, but we're going to come back and do it for real tomorrow night.
Congratulations. There you have it. First time in the class taking a win.
What a ride by Cody Kopp on the 12. Harley Davidson getting it done out here. The latest motors racing, Harley Davidson, BMC Racing, Serve Pro. Here's a look at the start. The 12, Cody Kopp just grabbed that hole shot, and he would get a pretty big lead for a while, and then Dallas Daniels would slowly pick him off and start closing in, but runs out of time. And that's how close he got right there. The one got that close. The white flag came out, and then the red flag came out. So here is our second place winner. He's won here 4 out of the last 5, and now 4 out of the last 6. Dallas Daniels was with Christy Lee.
Dallas, you really worked hard to find that right line throughout that race and really improved your position. A little bit more time may have affected the race differently. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, no, it was a tough race. You know, I got a pretty good start on that first one, and then we had that red flag, and yeah, I got a good jump on that second one, but just got caught up behind Trent. I had a few good lines, and Cody had already broken out to a lead, and I mean, I just put on a charge, and I had a few spots, and I seen them lappers coming, and I thought I could use them to my advantage, and man, I can't give enough thanks to the Essence of Racing Monster Energy Yamaha team. My motorcycle was really good all day. We weren't fantastic, you know, we weren't fastest or winning the heats or winning the dash, but we were right there, and I felt like I was putting on a good charge there at the end, and I had a plan there for them last few laps, and that's definitely not the way you want to win your first national under a red flag, but congrats to Cody and his crew. That was a hell of a ride, and you know, I love this place, and it's been good to me, and I had a lot of fun tonight. The track was really good. It was technical in that main event. Our motorcycle was good, we just weren't quite good enough, so good thing we got another try tomorrow.
Not the finish you were looking for, but a podium is a podium, and consistency seems to be key for you.
No, for sure. I kind of pride my seasons on consistency, and we got a strong start here, and that's all that matters. And I owe it all to my team, my crew chief, James Hart, my mechanic, Danny, Caleb, Tommy Hayden, the whole crew back there. I'm glad my family's here with me. It's been a good off-season training and stuff, so just looking forward to tomorrow.
He's the defending champ for a reason, guys. Your second place finisher.
Dallas Daniels had a great run right there, but comes up just a little bit short. The results look like this. Taking the win in his first ever attempt, it's the 12 bike of Cody Kopp. Coming in second, Dallas Daniels. Trent Lowe was running third until the red flag came out. So I believe that means third is the 911 of Henry Wiles. Speaking of Henry Wiles, he is standing by with Christy Lee.
All right, great to see you again here on the podium. Great race for you. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks. You know, I just got to give it up to the good Lord. I feel like he wants me here for a reason, and I just keep trying to do my best and pull as many people along with me. So I got to thank J&M Logging, Zach and Luke, Wilhelm. They pushed me to, you know, get after it a little bit more than I probably would have got after it this year. So I got to thank Wilhelm Racing. I got to thank Pro Plates, my mom, my dad, my grandma. Just we got a pretty low-profile team, and it's just awesome that we could get it up here on the box again for the second year in a row at Daytona.
Tons of position changes, lots of action going on during that race. Big fight to get to this third position.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a massive day for us. We looked like it was our first time to start out the day. We qualified 17th, so we just kept chipping away, never gave up. The boys never gave up, and I'm just really stoked with the effort of everybody else, really, because, I mean, I don't even go to the gym anymore. I don't ride a pedal bike anymore. That might be the key for Daytona, is just come in here a little bit slouch-like, off the couch-like, and get it done.
You guys heard it, less training. Rounding out our box in third place.
Time to take a look at the point standings with one round in the books. It's Cody Kopp, the rookie, lead the point standings. Dallas Daniels in second. Henry Wiles in third. Kicking off the night here, Daytona flat track. It's the Royal Enfield Daytona short track. What a great night it was. Sadoff and Drain had an epic battle in the AFT singles class. Drain would go on to win. Double checkers again for Drain, your defending champ. And then the Mission Super Twins got wild and crazy. The 48 goes up in smoke. The 12 wins in his opener. Great night from Daytona. We'll see you tomorrow.